All right, so we should have sound now too. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Let me mute the stream really quick so I don't have to hear myself.
Wow, you sound
No. Make sure you don't mute his channel so you can hear the wonderful.
No, I mute the tab.
Voice.
Yeah.
I think muting the tab gets rid of it too. I was we were testing it on somebody else's, and it looks like
so it does.
Like if you mute the tab, I think they caught on to that. So if you mute the tab, it actually will take you out of the count.
Know?
I don't know.
How do they know?
Because you're muting the.
Oh my god! I just unmuted the tab and it went up to 3.
I have my browser's.
Hi, Joe.
Like blocks ad blockers and all that stuff, so I don't think they know that.
Yeah, it's
use the bots.
They got some way to figure it out, and I mean it's not a big deal, but all right. So
Joel doesn't even say hi to me. Fuck you, Joel. I'm offended. Offended.
He says hello to you all the time.
Our one loyal viewer.
Yeah, that's not.
We're insulting, and he's being insulted.
Oh, I feel bad. I like Joel. He's like part of the reason I follow Myriad.
What?
Shh.
What?
That's just between us.
I'm gonna tell Myriad.
No, don't tell her. Why are you gonna snitch?
Because Myriad's my friend.
I like Myriad too, but Joel was the one that made me laugh, and that was it. I had to follow.
No, it's hashtag blame Joel, okay? Hashtag
no, I'm on his side. He takes the blame for everything. I mean, granted, he does provoke, but
look at that. Snitches get cookies. I'm gonna get cookies from Myriad. I'm gonna tell her.
No,
right
Joel,
now.
You're not helping.
Cookies. I want cookies now. You said cookies.
Wow.
I know, but knowing Joel, they'll probably be like oatmeal raisin.
Ooh.
Worst cookie ever.
Oatmeal raisins is why I have trust issues.
That's hilarious. All right, gamers. Does everybody remember what happened 2 weeks ago?
We got roadies. Goblin roadies.
You did get roadies. I think you named them too.
Yeah. Roadie and Toady.
Mm-hmm.
We took care of the rest of the goblins. So we squashed we helped the goblin uprising, then we squashed the goblin uprising. We also saved somebody Hallwinter.
Yes. Sildar.
Yeah, we saved him.
Right, he's friends with Dwarf Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was a
You're
big
the one
baby
that said it first, by the way.
It's stuck now. I can remember that faster than I can remember his actual name. So yeah, that's what we're calling him.
And then he was a big baby and didn't want to go back into the cave.
Well, he didn't have anything, apparently.
You gave him a dagger.
God, I did give him a dagger, but apparently he's not that much of a warrior. He's not a very good fighter class.
No, you guys didn't have any real healing, so he only had like 3 hit points.
Again, no, I gave him more than 3 hit points.
I
healed
him. We rested. Either way, we rested for a night before we went back, and he still didn't want to go.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay.
Besides, you don't need any healing if you don't get hit. We just talk our way through the entire thing.
Only you 3.
Set everyone on fire.
I'm still not happy about that. Just saying.
That room probably smells so bad.
All right. So I did share the map of Phandalin for you guys. So I'm going to close that and switch over to my DM view. So I know what all the buildings are.
I know what they are too. We got orange roof, yellow roof,
blue roof. Don't forget blue roof. Blue roof.
Blue roof.
Important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we picked up the crates for Lion Shield Costers.
It was more than one crate. There was.
We had
I said
Rhodey
crates
and
as a
Toady.
plural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had Rhodey and Toady pull out the stuff so we could
You know, test
load
them out
up.
as roadies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they loaded the entire cart for you.
So we're gonna go in. Fabio, did we clean the goblins before we left?
Did we clean them?
I feel like we cleaned them.
Yeah, we
didn't
did. We did.
You
We
Yes,
did.
you held them both under the water until you felt they were clean, and then we wrapped them up with makeshift outfits out of some of the local blankets we found.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
But
the
So
yeah,
then
thing.
you have, I literally have soap and perfume in my backpack.
That's right. Yeah, because you said that. You're like, yeah, I can clean them. Because there was a comment of, there's no soap, and you're like, oh, I have soap.
I'm a very cleanly girl.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Habby. He's like, I hate this so much.
So you loaded up your cart. You got your two roadies, and you headed back to Phandalin, arriving. I think it was late afternoon when you finally got back to Phandalin. And we're going to
Probably
pick up
would be.
as you enter the town from the north. You are close to Barthian's Provisions, which is where you originally dropped off the first wagon load of supplies.
I smell my clothes. Do I still smell like burnt goblin?
I'm going to go with yeah,
Mm,
because you
Okay.
didn't take a bath.
yeah, that's fair. Rhodey. All right. So yeah, we got to go to our sponsor and return the items so we don't have a debt there anymore.
Mhm.
Well, not a yeah.
All right.
Actually complete the bargain.
So you
And
want?
mentioned that, you know, we advertised for her.
Did you advertise for her?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Even though everyone we advertised
You
to
killed everyone.
dead.
We still advertised.
Mhm.
That's a hell of a loophole, but okay.
I mean, Rhodey and Toady literally
Yeah,
have
Rhodey
a
and Toady did.
blanket on with a Lion Shield Cloister sigil on it. Pretty soon they're going to look like those NASCAR pit crews, just patches of all our various patrons.
Okay. So you're going to take the supplies back to Graywin. When she sees the 5 of you now, or 6, if you count Vin, the
Silver.
dog. Well, I was counting the
Oh.
dog. When she sees you all coming, she's actually standing on the front porch of the Costa, and she's just looking at you with doubt, dismay, and a bit of like, how the hell did these 3 nitwits pull this off?
And we'll say, ho, we've returned.
I
Just
see.
like that.
I see. She looks around and she says, "And I see you have returned with my supplies."
Like, ta-da.
Pretty sure we got every last box too.
Pretty sure.
You could see her older, middle-aged mind begins to start calculating as she's looking through all the boxes, which were at one point neatly packed, but now are goblin packed because they went through a lot of stuff. But she begins to inventory everything. And she's like, I'm impressed. I wouldn't have believed you would bring back so much as a blanket. I will honor our arrangement. Consider your debt paid.
Perfect. Just let us know if you need any other gigs.
That's that word again. Gigs. Yes, jobs. I will keep you in mind. Perhaps maybe you could do something about those ruffians. And then she lets out a screech as she sees one of the goblins handling her stuff and realizes it is not a small person, but an actual goblin. She's like, "What? Heavens, what is this?"
Our
Oh.
roadies.
That's
Oh,
Rhodey. That's
That's Toady.
Toady.
Oof. Oh, okay.
They've joined our band.
well, not exactly the band per se, more of like the tour group.
They help set up our gigs and load and unload the equipment.
We've been
You
getting so many more jobs lately that we needed to outsource some of the manual labor so that we, the performers, could just focus on our craft.
Northerners. And she kind of wanders off. Rhodey and Toady are standing there just looking at the three of you like, what do we do now?
Yeah, you're
I
right.
guess we'll unload the boxes on the porch, I guess.
Yeah, unload the boxes. I mean, did Sealdor run off?
Sildar is standing there just kind of
As dismayed as she is.
stretching and wondering like,
Contemplating life after being with us for however many hours.
yes, like how, like I've heard stories from your dwarf daddy, but it,
It's something to see in person, right? We're amazing.
yes, they do you no justice. And he just
Our reputation precedes us. Excellent.
Exactly.
he will tell you that he's fairly familiar with the town as far as some of the structures, and there's a couple of inns, and he is going to head to the Stonehill Inn to see if he can get a room. He's basically been lying on the stone floor naked for days, and he needs to get some real rest and recuperation so they can figure out, one, what happened to his wizard buddy, and two, what happened to your dwarf patron.
Wait, what wizard buddy?
Remember, he's looking from somebody. He's looking for a member of the Lord's Alliance who came here and got lost.
I guess we.
Why did you do
We also
quotation
have-
marks?
What?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
I guess we
Exactly.
also
Don't
have
worry
to see
about
it. Is the inn like also a tavern or anything like that? Like a place where people gather? Because I guess we have to still figure out where this castle might be that the rest of the goblins are
Yes,
hunkered down at.
the Stonehill Inn is also doubles as a tap room.
Does it have a stage?
No.
Can a stage fit in there?
No, it's very cozy from what I heard. He does point back towards
Excellent.
this building over here. It's a fairly decent sized 3-story building, but you've coming from Neverwinter and Waterdeep, you've definitely seen bigger buildings.
All right, so I guess we will head over there then.
Oh, no. Grey Wind's like, no. Somebody needs to keep an eye on these two things.
They're coming with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would we leave them with you?
Because you're unloading the cart.
They haven't done
Oh, I
that
guess
already?
then we'll go after the carts unloaded or.
All right. So they eventually finish load everything off the cart, and she's like amazing. Missing a few minor items. I just bravo. She starts clapping.
Thank you. We aim to please.
Yes, I definitely may have other jobs for you. And she
Well, at one point, you mentioned like the Red Band. They were a rival band.
not band, brand with an R.
Oh.
But definitely they could be rivals.
I like how we set ourselves up to
Excellent.
be talked into stuff.
All too easy.
Okay, so
I
As
mean,
yeah,
you
we're
know.
not a hard sell. You said
I
gig,
asked
and
her.
oh, we're all over it.
I asked her if she knows about a castle in the area.
A castle.
It would be about, and I asked Rhodey and Toady if they know how far it is, how long it takes to get there.
Oh. Um. Full day?
I figured that would be as easy a question to ask that they could actually answer. So okay, so it's about a day. So it would be a day and a half, almost 2 days in the direction that we came from, I guess, because it was further the other direction, if I recall correctly, right?
It's back the way you came originally.
Yeah, so it would
Yeah.
be from Phandalin. It would be a day and a half, almost 2 days from here.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it would be about that far from here. That was a castle in the.
So, none of you speak Goblin, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, what is the two Rhodey and Toady start talking to each other in Goblin, and they're actually like hitting each other, and like kind of like punching each other in the shoulder and like pointing at all of you and like go on, but you can't make out what they're saying. And Rhodey will turn to look at all, and he says, if we know the way,
Oh, perfect.
but why would you want to go there?
There was a person that you had that was taller than me, shorter than them, with a beard.
Ooh, the dwarf. Blech.
Yeah.
Tuh.
Well, he helps skid a lot of our gigs, so we need to get him back.
Oh. Well, uh, we could show you the way, but we can't fight other goblins.
That's fine. You don't have to. We're not expecting you to perform.
They seem confused by the word perform because they said fight.
You take care of the cart, you load stuff onto the cart, load stuff off of the cart. It's kind of what you do.
When do we get to ride? And they point over at Vin.
I haven't trained him not to eat goblins yet.
Almost on cue, Vin growls at them.
It's a work in progress.
I'm working on that one.
And they will turn and back away and like hide behind one of the carts and start punching each other again. So, with everything done, everybody kind of wanders off. You're left to head over towards the Stone Hill Inn.
All right. So we have a way to get to the. We'll head over there, and I guess on the way we have a way to get to the castle. Are we doing the? Is that next on the list? Going to the castle.
I mean, check around the town. Need a little bit of time, rest, recover.
Okay.
So,
Do the goblins happen to know how long the dwarf might be able to stay alive, or they might keep him alive at the?
if you
The
ask
castle?
them, they will say something along like the spider wanted him and then shrug.
Just to clarify again, the spider's not an actual spider, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Does he have like a spider tattoo?
No.
Or does he have like 8 legs like a spider? I'm just curious why they call him the spider.
I've never seen him.
Oh,
They
Is it a
say
spider with an I or a Y?
I love that you think goblins know how to spell.
Yeah, they're
It's
just
like
looking
that-
at you like wide-eyed and innocent, like, what?
It's like a curiosity question where my curiosity took over the fact me just thinking if that was actually a question worth asking.
They kind of huddle with each other and like look at back at you and say they say he rides one.
He rides a spider?
Yeah.
So like guitars is like think about like how small spiders are and then how small he must be.
They both look towards the wagon.
Oh, it's a giant spider? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like that.
Oh, now all of a sudden.
Why do you think I
I
asked
mean-
if he was a spider?
Wait, what? No, I don't like this at all.
We're on Harry Potter's quest. We're gonna go into the forest and run into the giant spider, king of spiders. Why can't it be follow the butterflies?
Clearly, we're just gonna have to, recruit our own giant spider.
And how do you propose to do that?
Fabio is amazing. Have you not heard his silver tongue get us through everything else?
I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I believe in you, Fabio.
I don't.
Thank you.
All right. So,
We're
Stonehill
going
Inn.
to our first tavern. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the Stonehill Inn pretty much is in the center-ish of town. It is a three-story structure. It's built of fieldstones, rough-hewn timbers. So it's kind of got the stonework at the bottom, and as it gets higher, it's less stone, more wood.
Mm-hmm.
And you could hear like voices coming from inside. As you walk in, you see several humans sitting amongst tables. One human, a younger fellow, maybe in his late 20s, kind of wiping down the bar. There is a human female running about, serving tables, and there's a few of the town's citizens sitting at tables here and there.
Which one looks like the most wealthy?
In the current, let's see.
Town, I'm sure that's going to be like the wealthiest by far could still be poorer than we are.
Though, honestly, the best dressed person in here at this current moment is the barmaid.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it just, it's like table seating?
Yes.
Is there like a corner table or something that's off to the side?
There's no dark corners in this room.
Not dark corners, but something to get, if the goblins are walking in with us, that they're not sitting in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you can find the table off to the side.
Yeah.
Not-
We'll
But-
just have them face the wall when they sit.
All right. So the goblins, as you've instructed them before, they kind of put up their cloaks and walk in and try to keep their heads down, but they stay near you so their height doesn't really
Just
is not
throw the
noticeable
ball.
as much. And they just kind of like floppy feet over into a corner, following you guys to a table.
Do goblins have like abnormally large feet or something? I always thought they would have small feet.
They're large for their size.
Okay.
So
Something also tells me they're not the most graceful walkers, so they slap their feet.
yeah, they walk around barefoot. They're kind of like halfling feet. You know how halfling feet are bigger than they should be for a halfling?
No, I don't.
What's wrong
but
with
go
my
ahead.
feet? I'm sorry.
You have big hairy feet. You got. They just have green, clawed feet. Anyway, As you guys take a table, a young lady approaches you. It is the barmaid. She says, "Greetings and well met. You must be the new people Hall Winter told us about. How can I help you?" And she looks over at the goblins, who are now sitting at the table slapping at each other. Those are
They're with us.
They're small people. You have something. There's nothing wrong with more small people.
aren't those are goblins.
And your point?
They're only harming
Are
each
you
other at this
prejudiced
point.
against other races?
Well, goblins, orcs, giants, trolls. Probably a couple dozen others that raid our towns in like caravans. Not particularly fond of wolves either.
Well, these two are going to be patrons today, I guess.
Really? And she looks over at the bar, and you see the young man cleaning the top of the bar, most content in what he's doing. Doesn't seem to have a care in the world. And as she catches his eye, he looks over and is like, "What?" And she's like doing this towards the goblins. From his vantage point, he can't see what's going on.
They're perfectly fine and mostly harmless.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
I still have to I have to check with my boss. I mean, this is very irregular, especially with all the raids going on.
Oh, we kind of took care of that, but whatever.
Wait, you took care of that?
Well, where do you think we got these two?
Behold, Rhodey and Toady.
The
They
last
risked
two.
themselves to help overthrow Clarg, the bugbear terrorizing all of the Tribor Trail, and his right hand, Yemek, who valiantly rose up against him to overthrow him, to return peace and justice to the trail and put an end. It was a hard-fought battle. Many died.
Some would say it went up
all
in
that are
smoke and
left.
flames.
So
They fought so valiantly.
all right, Silvertongue, you can roll persuasion, and I'm gonna let you roll it with advantage because while you're telling the story, Rhodey and Toady are actually like cheering and miming it behind you.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Persuasion?
Yes.
I mean, I know you wanted the dogs to be the little performers, but I mean, this kind of works too.
I'm going to start while this is going on, I'm going to start ritually casting Unseen Servant.
So, following your words and your narrative, looking at the two mimes, looking back at you, you could see her skeptical look just change to one of like a bit of awe. And she's like, "So there." And she
Yes.
turns and walks
The
away.
revolutionaries, around for all of us, please. We must celebrate the grand victory.
She's gonna be like, "Toblin, you are never gonna believe this." And she heads over to the guy at the bar. And they start talking, and she points over, and you could see that she is poorly mimicking what the goblins were doing, and evidently retelling your story. And he's like looking at
I feel
her.
like she's getting it wrong a little bit.
Looking over at us.
Yeah, looking over at you, looking at her, and he's like, "I gotta see this." And he slaps down his rag on the counter and walks down the bar towards you. "Greeting, travelers. I'm Toblin. This is my inn, Toblin Stonehill. Pleased to meet you." He reaches out a hand to shake. He says, "My serving girl there, she says that you guys stopped all the raids in the area, and he starts telling you a story that obviously is not the exact same story you told. It seems to be embellished somewhat, that you killed like the Goblin King, and now the goblins are serving you."
close. I mean, these two are the last left of the Great Goblin Uprising against Clarg, Bugbear, and Terror of the Tribord Trail.
So this Clarg,
Our troop was set upon a few days ago, and one of our friends, Sildor, taken. Another friend, our patron, Rockseeker, also gone. We had to find out, and that's when we came across Clarg the Terrible, brutalizing the goblins, forcing them to do drastic and dreadful things. We, as good, warm-hearted people, just could not allow such things. So we heard the whispers and the cries, and we helped them rise up against Clarg, burning him at the stake after a fierce battle. Many dead, so many. The river red, black. And they are all that's left. Their home destroyed. So they now travel with us. We teach, we help. For they truly are heroes of the revolution, of the Tribord Trail terrors.
he kind of like dabs at his eye because he's like, well, but can I buy you all a drink?
Yes, please.
Coming right up. I'm so sorry. He kind of looks at the two goblins and is like, oh. And he just walks away with a
This is probably
sniffle.
the nicest goblins have ever been treated.
You hear from like a corner, you see an old scruffy looking guy going, nonsense.
Just nonsense from the non-believer in the corner.
And Toblin kind of shushes and is like, Narth, like, these people are heroes. I don't think so. Eat your stew, old man. And he goes behind the bar and he begins to pour out some ale for the three of you. Well, the 4 or 5 of you now.
5, yeah.
5, yep.
Yeah, I was thinking of everybody who could drink from a cup. And he has Elsa bring it back to you.
So I take it between the story times, and by the time we get the drink, 10 minutes has passed.
Yeah, about 10 minutes has passed.
Cool.
Why? What's
I was ritually casting Unseen Servant.
okay? Yeah, you
Because I'm just gonna sit there, and the servant's gonna,
pour like serve your drink.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna sit there, like messing, just drumming on the edge of the table, and when I want a drink, it's gonna give me a drink.
Sounds
The
good.
cup's gonna lift up, and
Yeah. The barmaid will see this happen and just kind of stare at you wide-eyed. She's obviously young. Now that you've spoken to her, she's maybe just in her late teens.
okay, yeah. Why use my own hands to drink? So when I was like, I can take Unseen Servant, I'll have so much fun with that. I'm gonna use that.
So you have Elsa the barmaid, who's young, wide-eyed, and fairly impressionable. You have Toblin, the barkeep. He is, again, late 20s, early 30s. Obviously the owner of the place. He seems kind of young to be a tavern owner. And then you have he looks like a farmer. And you quote his name as Narth. He's sitting in like off to the side, just kind of looking over you every now and then, just shaking his head. Young people. So, other than casting unseen servant to feed you your drinks, what are you three doing? The goblins are having a conversation that seems to involve Vin. Again, they're talking in Goblin. They will keep reverting to Goblin unless you talk to them. And even when they speak Common, it's very broken.
So they're just talking to the dog in Goblin. Perfect.
It looks more like they're talking about the dog.
Oh, okay.
And if you roll me an insight check.
I think I can do that.
Can we all roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna check your passives though.
I don't think there's a passive insight.
There is. There's a passive for every check.
Oh.
It's just figuring it out.
Isn't it just 10 plus whatever?
Yeah. So like, all right. So Fabio again. You two know that they're having a conversation about the dog, but you can't really figure out what they're talking about the dog. Fabio, you having trained the dogs, knowing you're loving pets, down one, still feeling the pain, you realize these goblins are talking about making your dog a mount. And they keep referring to like the gear that they're wearing and like shaping it to the dog.
Wouldn't be the first person to talk about making it a mount.
No, but they don't have a wolf, so I think they're going to settle for your mastiff.
I was supposed to ride the Mastiff, damn it.
You have competition.
I think I can whisper him out of the idea.
Probably.
Clearly, we need to go befriend some animals.
Probably.
Well, troop, as you can hear, our last patron said we did a hell of a job. Should we start looking at the next gig? You know, we got the rival band, Red Brands.
Mm-hmm.
We got that castle, you know, haven't played in the castle in quite some time.
All right. So all of you, when he says Red Brand, you notice like everyone in the tavern room like looks in your direction. And then as he continues on through the conversation, they look at each other and go back to doing whatever it is they were doing.
I just say Red Brand again.
They look over, but like it's like this time they try to be subtle about it. Like they know that they've been caught, so they just like, and then look away. Except for the old farmer, he looks right at you. He's like,
he doesn't care.
yeah, he's old and gives no shits. He's just like staring right at you. So what are you gonna do about it?
About what?
Oh, you bought up the Red Brands.
Oh, yeah. Well, we just heard of them. We don't know much about them.
So far, we know they're a group of people that like music, and they're our rivals. We might need a little bit more.
He goes back to eating. Youngsters, they know nothing.
Come on, wise old man, teach us something then. Don't just complain about things if you aren't going to do something about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I talking too eloquently?
Yeah,
Are
we
you
don't.
just going to sit there and bitch and complain? Or are you going to, ask for some help?
I'm not asking for any help.
So
I work.
you're just going to complain. That is 10 out of 10, the most useful thing you can do.
Good, because I'm really good at it.
I've noticed.
A young lady like you should know this.
Fair enough.
Because of his golden blonde locks.
It's like you hear like a voice from a female voice. It's like, Lennar, be nice to our heroes. You see an older woman. She kind of comes over and like pats him on the shoulder. Says, go back to your stew, old man. And she like walks over to you. She is the best dressed person in here now. And she says, don't mind him. Lennar is a little cranky that his mines are not yielding lately. And something about orcs, I don't know. But you ask about the red brands, I can tell you what I know.
Excellent.
So, I am Frida. I am the Weaver. And who might all you be?
I'm the drummer. My cup lifts.
I'm a
and I take a drink.
guitarist.
And I'm Fabio, the lead singer of the merry little troupe known as the Fallen Tower. That there, Rhodey? Gentleman over there, Toady?
Hi!
And just outside, guarding the wagon, that's Vin.
Vin's inside.
That dog right there, yeah, that's Vin.
Man, he's sitting under the table. He managed to make it in with the goblins. Oh,
I'm just realizing that the goblins have names when we don't.
right. Which I think is hilarious. And she was going to ask, like, I understand that's your profession. What are your names? But Fabio drew her down like a conversation. So she
And
has.
that's why our names are guitarist and drummer.
So she continues to talk to Fabio, losing track of the fact that she never got your names. And she says, well, the red brands are a touchy subject here, you see. They hassle everyone. They're, not very well liked. Just a bunch of rapscallions, I would say, but they go about bothering everyone and extorting money. Don't know why.
Do they have a place where they congregate?
Oh, well, I tend to avoid such things, dear. But,
As well you should. A fair lady such as you should avoid the harshness of realities as much as she so pleases.
Aren't you a dear? And she kind of slaps you on your cheek. Her hand lingers on your cheek a little bit longer than it should, though.
I'm just watching this, like.
She says,
Okay.
the only one that they don't bother would be that Thornton. For some reason, they leave her alone. I think she's in cahoots.
Is that Thornton?
Yes, Halia Thornton. She runs the miners' exchange. From the table where the old miner is sitting, Larner, he's like, you leave that goddess alone. She's like, did I not tell you to hush?
That goddess alone.
You see Talbot at the counter just like, oh God. After a few moments, you do see that there's another woman who enters. She seems maybe mid-30s, walks over to Talbin, and they start conversing. Just from their mannerisms, you could pick up that they're probably a couple. And he very excitedly and animately starts miming something to her. At one point, he dries his eye again, and she's just looking like on in, it appears to be horror.
Who's
So
telling this story?
The barkeep, Talbin, Stonehill. He's telling an older, shorter woman who basically they're very familiar with each other. They're very close proximity. They're touching each other. And he's like telling her a story, and he goes through the range of emotions of awe and sadness. And she's just looking on in what appears to be horror or excitement. She's just like, oh, really? So you see that look on her face as he's telling the story, as Frida continues to like talk to you, Fabio.
I just look at guitars and I go, I see our tale continues to spread.
It appears so, yes. So, what are you going to do about it, young man?
Oh. What we're good at. Go have a little chat. See what they're about, you know?
Oh.
We'll have to figure out where they hang out. Or maybe we'll just go for a little walk.
So, as she smiles towards you and she's like, well, that's the best news I've heard all day. Lennar kind of pipes in. He says, Sleeping Giant.
Thank you.
What? Random. What's the sleeping
I don't
giant?
see any giants anywhere. Is that like the elephant in the room? Is that a D&D?
Frida doesn't immediately say anything. She just turns and looks and she says, now, Lennar, there's no proof of that. But yes, some of the boys do seem to hang out by the sleeping giant. It's a tavern.
Do they have a stage in
Another
that tavern?
tavern?
Well, yes.
Oh, maybe we can line up a gig there. I
Mm,
mean, taverns love entertainment. She's not talking to the mayor. She's talking to, her bandmates.
right, but Frida is standing right there, like basically groping
Yeah.
Fabio.
But Guitarist is completely ignoring this woman.
Yeah, she's just making faces at you like, oh. Since Drummer is asking questions out loud, she'll answer you. And you do notice she still has not pulled away from Fabio. She's like still got a hand like on his shoulder. She says, well, it's not really that kind of place. It's fairly run down. It's more like a kid's clubhouse than a bar, but
Well, we did just do a show we just did a gig in a goblin cave, so I guess that's a step up.
Pardon?
You gotta start somewhere.
After the grand revolution that Rhodey and Toady helped with.
She wasn't here for that story.
I know. Do you want me to like redo it, or we'll just say like, as part of the celebratory process of the successful revolution, we threw a party.
And you'll tell the tale one more time, and she's just well then, I guess it would be a step up. You hear one of the roadies like, hey.
Oh, that's a good thing. We get paid more money, which means you two get paid more money as well.
Oh, okay. We get paid? I guess so.
Yeah, I don't think we ever mentioned about the thing.
Yeah, you never mentioned it, but now they know.
Minimum wage.
Our discussions of funds and payment are very lackadaisical.
Kind of like a pirate ship. We divide the loot by shares.
All right, is that what you're telling them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't need to know the mathematics. I mean,
Do they even know math? No.
No.
These are
you've
the
already
guys
proved
that
it
told
wrong.
you 3.
And also, they don't know if spider spelled with an I or a Y, so,
Well, that's spelling. So
They also accepted 6 gold as 800 gold.
this is also true.
I mean, we gotta tell them,
So
or we have
where
to
is
eventually teach
this?
them math.
Where is this sleeping giant?
Oh, just down the road to the east.
Is it a tiny building? Just curious.
It is a much smaller building than the building you're in right now. In fact, it's that building. My arrow's a little bit off, but
Yeah.
We understand which building you mean.
yes, it's that one.
You
you
know,
get a
people,
rest,
you
like
know,
a long rest or something.
All of you've had a long rest. Why? We did that last session.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bardic inspiration was still spent.
Shouldn't have been. Did you do it after the fact?
No, we actually haven't had another long rest afterwards, like a given long rest.
Oh, I'll give you another one. Should have had one.
But isn't it kind of like late in the day for us, or is it midday, early day?
It's late afternoon.
Oh, okay.
so should we go?
So that's
to
why
the-
people have been walking into the tavern you're in, is because they've either finished work or they're calling it a day. While you've been here, 3 extra people have walked in.
Oh, okay. I will be right back because I just got a delivery. So
Oh, what did we get? What did we get?
food.
All right, so you guys want to take a quick 10?
Sure.
Yep.
I think she took off the headphones before we said it, so she might miss it. So we'll just talk until she gets back, and then we'll take a quick 10. Like, welcome back. Eat your food. Oh my god.
What?
I'm just... The way you guys handle things is so different.
Talking about everything. We're just playing on our strengths here.
Yes. So, did you see the changes I made? I don't even have the stream up. That's so sad. I'm horrible. I am a horrible person.
Okay, yeah.
Lots of stuff on the stream.
What happened?
Said you have lots of lovely stuff on the stream.
Yes. So, a couple of cool things. Where is it? Let me actually get to so I can see it. I got the rotator in the lower right hand corner. I was very happy with that. So it goes through and cycles all the different programs we use. I was able to get the media thing to show up above your heads, which reminds me, for the 2 of you, Fiskit, I don't have anything for you. So if you have anything you want to promote or put in, you have to send it to me. And Rhino, for you, I just had your Twitter.
You have my what now?
Not your
my
Twitter.
Twitch?
Your Twitch. I'm sorry, I said your Twitter.
Okay, yeah, that's really the only thing I have.
So
It's like, what?
I'd have to make some stuff. I mean, all I got going on right now is my eccentric botter stuff.
Is that the botany stuff?
No, that's a little YouTube channel I was slapping together for a while,
Oh.
in which I just basically walk through how I automate bots.
Oh.
So using Python and basically pie out a GUI in computer vision to emulate and repeat actions that I do.
Well, that went well over my head, but okay. So, Fury, what we were gonna say is, do you want to take a break so you could eat, or at least like
No,
munch a little
I'm
bit?
gonna
You
mute
But-
myself while I eat.
but you
You'll
put
just
your
have to deal with
headphone
it.
down before I could say anything. All right, so then no break. We just continue.
We took a short rest.
Yeah, we took a short rest. Okay. All right. So you've had drinks. Are you going to order any food? Listen to what's going on? Anything?
Yeah, a little bit of food. Gotta get off them trail rations.
All right. So Elsa will bring you food. She is accompanied by Trilena, who introduces herself and she curtsies. This is the the middle-aged woman that was talking to the innkeeper. She introduces herself as his
presumable wife.
yes, as his. She does introduce herself as the wife. Elsa explains that she just wanted to meet you guys and shake your hands. Kind of focusing on Fabio.
Nice to meet you.
But yeah, you could. They're fangirling, the two of them.
That's. I feel like me and guitarists are just sitting there, just not bothered by it because it's something we completely expected when we did the tryout. Like that's something that came along with the.
Right, you're used to it. She says, do you mind? And she points to one of the empty chairs.
By all means, join us.
Oh no, I just if you're looking to stir up the red brands, I think there's something you might want to know. And
By all means.
Elsa standing behind her is just kind of nodding, like yeah, you might want to listen to her.
I'm all ears. Whisper the sweet secrets into them.
You see her kind of like do the ooh. So she sits down and she like leans over the table and she like looks at all of you to see if she has your attention. They purposely don't look at the goblins. Like she is avoiding eye contact with the goblins, but she is trying to get like guitarist and drummer and Fabio's. Definitely Fabio's. And she leads in close and she says, I think you should be really careful. Those red brands are dangerous. There was a wood carver. He stood up to them, and they killed him. Well, we don't know for sure if they killed him, but he ended up dead. And then his wife and
Wait. How did he die?
How did he die?
Yeah, how did he die?
He was stabbed.
Oh, okay. Are you sure he was stabbed? He didn't just like fall on his blade?
Well, he was a wood carver. I mean, he was used to handling blades.
Doesn't mean he could be clumsy and stumble and fall on his own blade.
He didn't fall on it 32 times repetitively. No, I'm just joking.
Hold on. I have to roll an insight check for this chick now. Well, that I guess that is possible. But his wife and child disappeared shortly after. This is about a week ago. Um, you're still muted, Fury.
I know I'm still muted because I'm still chewing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I saw you talking.
Mhm. So his wife and child disappeared after he was murdered. You don't think that seems suspicious too?
Well, there was witnesses that said that they saw the stabbing.
Hmm.
Where is the town guard or any type of law enforcement in this town?
I mean, the town master? He's fairly useless. Unless it has to do with outside of town. Like, I think he's looking to pay some people to get rid of some orc raiders up to the north, but he's afraid of the Red Brands. I think they
That Raiders was the other job. That was one of the other things someone said something about. That's right. That was the other one. Sorry, go ahead. Just did that to her, like in the middle, like, oh yeah, that was the other one.
an ambitious lot you are. um well,
Yeah, you'd say we have a lot to orchestrate.
I good on you. But I his whole family missing, him murdered in the streets. I really think you should be very leery of them. I think that's a
Your
nest.
concern for our well-being. Quite admirable. Very refreshing. Thank you, my dear. We will take your words under advisement.
Well, very good. And she kind of stands up and gives you a curtsy, and her also like hold clasp hands and just going away like yeah, woohoo. Tomlin's like standing at the bar like, hey, what's going on
So
here?
that was the
I
thing we
wink
needed
at
to know that they
Toddling.
killed him. So we needed to know that they killed the town's wood carver. That was the big.
Well, yeah, they're not just some. She was letting you know they're not just ruffians. They've murdered people for just standing up to them.
Did he carve that chair? Is that why she looked at it?
No.
Well, so I mean, we could. Well, at least we know if we go over to the sleeping giant, and they'll come to us.
So we better bring our A game. Go prepared. You know, before we go over there, maybe get all roused up, motivated from a speech or two. Maybe put on a little performance, deck out the wagon, roll in there like a war band.
A war band.
Yeah.
Yes. But now we're doing heavy metal.
Oh, that's this week's theme. Great.
I feel like we bridged the heavy metal started with the burning goblin.
I was thinking more. That was what is that? I don't even know the genre. Oh, never mind.
All right.
I blanked out on it, and I'm not trying to go back to it.
Oh, we're gonna reenact Heavy Metal, the movie.
Oh god.
Oh no.
We've got to find the Lochnar.
No. No. Stop it.
Okay.
So, yeah, we can go over there, but yeah, I guess we'll just have to be. Now we know that they may not be. Well, I'm sure we can talk to them about it. Maybe the wood carver. I don't know. Maybe he had a stick up his butt, so he wasn't very good at talking to them.
Yeah, true.
What?
Not all have the
What, guitarist? You didn't
silver
like my
tongue
stick
you
up a
do.
butt joke with the wood carver?
I don't hear her, so I don't know.
I just saw her face.
No, I did not appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
I just saw her face.
Oh, alrighty then.
All right. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Did the food come yet?
Yeah, the food was served a while ago.
All right.
Was it just more porridge? What was it? I'm curious.
They were serving stew and biscuits.
Ooh.
So, do we want to go over, how we're going to introduce ourselves? Little band huddle around the table.
Sure. Band huddle. Even
Okay.
though we're still just by ourselves anyways.
Like, nobody's at the table, but okay. You all lean in closer and put your arms on each other, and the goblins immediately like try to stick their heads underneath like your armpits. It's like, what's going on in here?
It's not official
Band
unless it's
meeting.
discussed in band meeting.
What? They
We
can't
have
be
a
in
new
the
gig.
band meeting?
Oh, you're totally in the band meeting. You just didn't lock arms. Here, you got to do it like this, like us. And I put my arm out, try and get around one of them.
He kind of leans in and is like, oh, this is nice. And he puts his arm around the other goblin. He's like, the other goblin's like, this is not as nice. Then he looks over at guitarist.
What me? Why me?
Because you just happen to be the next person next to Fabio.
I thought drummer was next to Fabio, and I'm next to drummer.
It's okay, fine.
It's a circle. Either way, it circles around.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Vin's head just like comes up on the table.
Yeah, he's
I'm just trying to remember what Daddy Rockseeker would do. Like when he used to get his gigs before.
Yeah.
I want to say he talked to whatever important person that owned the place. What is that called?
Like the building.
The owner?
Yeah, the owner.
landlord. Lord of the land.
So you want to go over to the sleeping giant and pretty much talk to who's in charge?
I think that's how it's done. Yeah.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward. It worked for us last time.
True. Well, I mean, I think last time at the Goblin Cave we talked to not the owner, but the guy that's next to the owner.
He became the owner.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did become the owner.
Maybe one of them wants to become the owner.
So then we should just go over there and talk to people?
Can I be the owner?
Well, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
We'll see if they'll accept your leadership skills.
Just big smile.
If we
Alright,
put
I
people
guess.
we trust in positions of power, eventually it will all be ours. We'll have gigs forever.
Very true, very true. Well, I mean, we could it's right down the road. We can pretty much just walk down there.
But just in case, what type of precautions would you like to take?
Our
Do
stuff.
we have a code word?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. And what do we do when the word pineapple is used?
We leave.
What if we can't leave?
Then we fight. I'm sorry.
But also, who doesn't like us? Why would they be hostile towards us?
They don't even know us yet. We're adorable. I mean, everywhere we go, we pick up new friends.
Exactly.
Goblins kind of flop their heads in agreement.
Yeah, we're just.
So,
I mean, we're just going down there to talk, right?
absolutely.
And what was it? We just they don't. And then of
What?
course we just need to ask someone for them to stop being. I don't know what is. I guess
I mean, I guess we could try and find
running
out
their
if they know
racket.
anything
I
about
guess.
a missing wife and child.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
A missing wife
Use
and
the-
child. Oh yeah, that's right.
Use the information we do know. See.
Yeah, I already
Oh.
forgot. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Don't forget what information you give us.
You get so much
You know,
of it.
there's that old saying, sticks and stones can shatter bones, but words will never hurt anyone. That's basically us. We're harmless.
I'm a standing lie. That I directly make that a lie.
They don't know
I
that.
think I've hurt more people with my words than anything else.
I think you have. All right, so you guys are gonna have your meal, get up, and walk down the road to the sleeping giant.
But before we get up and walk down the road to the sleeping giant,
Of course, there's gonna be a catch. Yes.
I would like to rouse the troops with my inspiring leader feat. That's kind of what this band huddle was about. Slowly work
And a
up,
toast to break it
get through
apart.
the plan, build up the rally cry, get them all ready, and then the last huzzah! And we slow walk out with that super confident stride.
So my question is, are you doing this at the table where everyone in the Stonehill Inn can hear you?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So
You think he has an issue with performing in front of people?
no, he does not have performance anxiety at all. But the reason I ask is all these people are going to be swept up in the emotions of your rousing speech. And several of them are just, they're going to yell "Huzzah" with you and walk out with you.
Excellent.
Wait, is that how that works?
Well, he can only do a couple people, but if they can hear the speech, it's basically like a magically enhanced speech that everybody's going to be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Your
6
enemies,
friendly creatures.
right? Your enemies are going to be terrified by it. You guys are going to be amplified by it, and people listening to it are just going to be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Let's see. Can I mass put this on?
I mean, when the sword starts swinging, though, they're not helping you. Ah, what did you do?
Something tells me that they would be, they would be pumped until they see that we're about to walk into the place, and then they'd be like, we're gonna go back.
Yeah. All right, this is my stop. We'll be back at the other end where people aren't trying to kill us. All right, did you put it on everybody?
Yeah, I clicked Rhodey and Toady, but I can't see
If
if they get temporary hit points.
They got it. That's because they're not officially allies. They're just kind of neutral. But there's an error going on. So that gray bar that keeps popping in is the error box. Something's up with the critically awesome thing. Yes. So I'm going to probably have to disable it until it's fixed. Hopefully it will be soon.
Breaking things.
I didn't break it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It was working fine, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. All right.
Did you check to see if there was an update?
There was an update, and then immediately after the update, I think, well, not immediately, maybe like 3 weeks after the last update, somebody posted again. So there was a post like 2 days ago talking about this era. And I was like, all right, I don't have to turn it off because nobody's using the tokens, but it's anything in the combat tracker now. It's not just the tokens.
Oh wait,
It's
is
simple.
Drummer not in the combat tracker?
Who?
I am.
Oh.
I got the hit points. Yeah.
Yeah, you got everybody.
It's simple. Whatever's throwing the error, just delete it, and then it can't be an error anymore.
It's all of you. It's all of your tokens. So, so it's basically anything in the combat tracker. So, it has to do with I believe it has to do with the way you guys can link spells to your character sheet in the actions tab, but I'm not sure. It's not breaking the game. It's just annoying to see it pop up every time you do something in the combat tracker.
Oh, gotcha.
All right.
Well,
But I do see everybody got the temporary hit points. Can you do 6 people? I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a maximum of 6, but let me just double check. Up to 6 friendly creatures, which can include yourself.
Okay, perfect. So you give your rousing speech and you head out towards the sleeping giant. So you're walking down that thing and you have a crowd following you. The entire Stone Hill Inn is walking behind you. So Toblin, his wife, the barmaid, Narth, Lanner. Yeah, Lanner, Frida, and a little boy are all following you down the road. The Weaver did not come with you.
She seems smart enough to not get wrapped up in the rousing speech, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So, as you guys are approaching, you see this ramshackle building. It's more of a barn than it is a tap room. There's a gate on the outside, kind of runs parallel, like the wall comes along and then the gate continues down the path. And there are 2 gentlemen sitting on the gate talking to each other. There's one guy standing in front of the gate, like talking to them. And there's another gentleman who it looks like he's just taking a nap near a barrel. Like one of the rain catchers. He's just leaning up against it and his eye, like he's looking down with his eyes closed. And as you guys approach with your crowd, the one standing talking to the 2 on the gate look over. He'd say, "Look who it is." And the one sitting down like picks up his head, looks, kind of squints at you. The other 2 hop off the gate and they square up like to meet you in the street.
I was gonna say, this is where all the dance-offs start. We brought backup dance members.
West Side Story.
Or like Footloose.
Yes.
So as you're approaching, they line up in the middle of the street, straight line across, and start walking towards you.
You said there was one.
There's 4 of them.
A leader-looking one?
One of them looks. They all look kind of the same. They're young boys, late teens, early 20s, maybe. So little scruffy, well built, but one of them was talking to the other 3, but they don't. There's nothing that distinguishes them from other than their position when we started out.
Cast Charm Person on the one that was talking to the 3.
So you're just gonna whip out and start casting at him? Yeah, roll initiative.
What were you trying to cast?
Charm Person.
Charm Person. I mean, they don't know what I'm doing. It's verbal and somatic. I could be like, "Hey."
No, you said you casting a spell.
Killing it. Killing it.
So as you were going to cast Charm Person, the one that was talking was basically telling you, he says, "Oh, look what we have here, a pack of puppies. Come to get bitten, little puppies." And they start drawing weapons. So they weren't waiting for you to do anything. All right, everybody roll initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
We need Vin, Rhodey, and Toady to roll initiative too, right?
Yes, I'm rolling theirs right now.
And half the town. No.
Half the town stopped a good 20 feet back. As soon as they came into sight, they were like, no.
Less inspired. Less inspired.
Yeah, they're not magically inspired. All right. So here's the problem. We don't have a map. So
I foresee our shenanigans.
I don't know where the hell I put the map. So I'm going to make one real quick using the map in front of you. So give me a second. Oh, definitely not good. Perfect. Shildar, you're not there. Stop it.
He comes out from left field and clocks one of them.
Yeah, no, he doesn't, and I need to get rid of him. Why won't it let me delete him?
He's there in spirit.
He's our new spirit guide.
Oh, that's why it won't let me do it. That's fine. Okay, line yourselves up in a straight line, and they're across the way from you. Do you all see everybody? Put a big arrow. You're in there.
Oh, down there. Okay. It's like Final Fantasy when you're running through town, and then all of a sudden you're in a battle map that's nowhere like the town.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had to improvise here, so.
Where are we on the map?
I put an arrow.
Towards the bottom right corner.
Here, I'll put the arrow again.
I feel like Rhodey and Toady should be like behind the three of us. Like the three of us should be.
Yeah, that's fine. You can put them wherever you want. You want them there?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And then also Vin too.
Oh, okay. So like that?
Yeah, I think that's better.
That works. All right, everybody found yourselves on the map?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So, we're going to start with guitarist. All right. Damn error. Stop it. All right, guitarist, you're up first. They have drawn weapons and they are hurling insults. You hear Fabio begin to like start his incantation, and it's on.
Okay. I guess.
Fabio, whatever you're doing, stop it.
She's gonna go ahead ahead and run up front.
Oh, I'm sorry. Redo your move because I clicked it off.
Ah, Jeebus.
There you go. So you run up front. And that's a hit. Goodness gracious.
Not as hurt as I would like for him to be. And then I would give Fabio Bardic Inspiration. Bonus action.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
All right, Fabio, it's now your turn.
Okay, which
The one she just punched.
number 1, 2, or 3? Oh, number 1?
Yes, number 1 was the one that was speaking. That she just clocked.
Why? Why is that the guy that was just speaking?
Because it was easy for me to remember number 1. He's number 1.
Fair enough.
You had a whole line of people you could have hit.
Only I could reach him in 30 feet. The others I couldn't.
Oh,
I will move up.
okay.
And while I'm moving up, I'm like, casting my spell. Oh, my friend, you invited us here. Remember that time we were out last night and then just watch guitarist run by and stab him. Well, I cast Charm Person on him.
And she hit him, so I think this is going to be an automatic fail, but go ahead.
It's at a disadvantage?
Yes.
Do I have to click my disadvantage?
Yes, because you're rolling the dice. Of course, it didn't do it. So I have to roll another one. What is it? Wisdom save?
Wisdom, DC 13.
Not the brightest, guys. Oh, I rolled it. I rolled a 13. But he has -1. So he's like, and you can see him fog over. End your turn. Unless there's something else you want to do.
I don't have things I can do with bonus actions. Okay. Yep.
Oh my god. So number 3 will be like, hey, you can't do that. And he kind of runs over to there. All right. I don't know which one of you is doing it or if it's you, but every time somebody touches something on the combat tracker, it's causing an error.
I haven't touched anything.
Is it happening when I select things? Let me just control select something and see if that's what's causing it.
Go ahead. Yes, it's you. Stop it. Wait your turn so I know when it's going to happen. Or use the map.
Fire.
All right. So he's going to come up. He will make 2 attacks at Guitarist with his short sword. First attack.
Wait, he has 2 attacks?
Yes, he does.
Fuck.
So first one is a hit. He will do some damage. And then he's going to make his second attack. That one also hits. And the whole time he's like, hey, you can't do that to my friend. And he like stabs at you. Vin starts barking. He hasn't been given an order. So he is actually just going to stay close to Fabio. Toady. Did you let them keep their bows? Like,
I mean, they gathered up all the weapons and supplies, and we never stripped them of anything. I mean, we gave them blankets as a uniform cover. You decide whether or not they kept them.
All right. Toadie's gonna look over at Drummer and like, now?
Now?
So he kind of throws off the cloak and pulls out the bow and shoots the bow at number 4. It misses horribly. Number 1 is the one that... Jesus Christ. Stop it.
It's now charmed.
Right. So he is charmed, but he was also stabbed. He's like, I don't understand. Now, charmed, because she hit him before you actually charmed him, doesn't it automatically like break?
No, because I
Breaks
hit
if
him
you
before.
hit damage
again.
after they're charmed.
What happened?
If he
It
gets
breaks-
damaged by one of us again, yeah, it'll break the charm. But because she stabbed him first, all I had was disadvantage.
Okay. So he is very confused. He doesn't understand why he's bleeding and why your friend is stabbed him. So he's like, I'm sorry, and he goes to stab guitarist.
That doesn't make sense though, because he's charmed.
Oh,
By
he's only not allowed
Fabio.
to attack me.
He could still
Oh.
yeah. So he doesn't understand why his friend's friend just stabbed him, but he's going to stab you. And it doesn't look like he's going to stab you. It looks like he's throwing a punch with the sword in his hand. Like he's just going to clock you. Until it's all sorted out. So he's not doing lethal damage. You dodge his first punch. He will punch again. That one actually clips you. So he is not going to do the D4. I mean the D6 plus 2 because it's a punch. So it's 1 point plus 2. So you take 3 points of damage. Drummer.
Oh boy. Since I have short legs and running up, it's going to take me 2 turns. I'll just shoot him from here with the goblins.
Okay.
Go, try to reinforce the shot on number 4. Let's see how that goes. That's a miss.
Which one were you shooting at?
Number 4.
Okay. All right.
I missed horribly.
Yeah. You're like, you go to fire and you let go of the string and your arrow's still in your hand. And the goblins are just looking at you like, how did you beat us?
I used my words.
With sleep.
Anything else?
It was sleep, yeah. No, that's gonna be that's my rousing round 1, yeah.
Okay. Number 4 is the one you just shot at. He doesn't really see you as a threat. So he is going to step up to here. And he's not charmed at all. So he's like, maybe you should stop now before your lady friend like gets hurt really bad. Why don't you put down your weapons? Okay. And he takes a swing at her. That's a hit.
Jesus.
She's not wearing a whole lot of armor. Plus, I'm rolling hot tonight. Can't do damage for nothing, though. So he smacks her like a couple of times and then looks over at you like... Number 2... Yeah. Number 2 is looking at number 1 like, what are you doing? Like, Hello, snap out of it. So if he spends his turn trying to get number 1 like clear, he can't break the charm unless he hits him, right?
Correct. It would have to be damage, yeah.
Yeah, he has to do damage to him.
Or has like dispel or some other magical ability.
No, he's gonna punch him. So he does throw a punch at him. Let's see if he hits him. Would you stop it? If we take a break today, he crit. He just knocks him, and he falls. He's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to hit you that hard," and like he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Rhodey is gonna pull out his bow, still looking at you like, and fire at number 4. He does not do much better. His arrow just kind of goes out and falls on the ground. He's like, "You're teaching us bad habits."
Don't put this on me.
Guitarist, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast a spell. This is called Earth Tremor. So everybody within 10 feet of me,
Which is all
'cause
of
it's a
10 feet?
10 feet, 10-foot radius of me.
All right, so Fabio would have to save too.
Yeah.
She's just gonna rock his world. It's okay.
Hey,
The saving throw?
she's gonna force it, so you don't have to worry
It
about
says Fabio's 15 feet away from me because of the diagonal.
it. Oh, then he's out of range. That's not possible, though.
What? That's what it says.
Yeah.
When I target him, it says 15 feet.
Yeah, because it's measuring from your middle thing. It's 15 feet from your outer, I think.
It's because of your.
It's because of the double
It's
diagonal.
because the double diagonal.
It is.
Yes. So he's out. He's fine. Okay. So take that off. What's that do?
No, he's in it.
But when I target him, it says 15 feet.
What is the radius?
10-foot radius from me.
10-foot radius from you.
Yeah.
So the 5 feet that you're in doesn't count. So it has to be it's 15 feet radius around you, which would put that line on him. Make sense? Because it's not measuring from your core; it's measuring from the area around you.
Yeah, like my thunderclap is a 5 foot, so anyone within 5 feet of me would be that would
Right. So
you'd have to do 2 squares out.
So
from the
Fabio
initial.
would get hit.
It's okay.
It just
I have
says
her
15.
amazing bardic inspiration, which pre-warned me.
it would be okay. This is 10 feet if I go in the middle of a square, all the way out.
Right, but you're counting the 5 feet in the middle.
No, it wouldn't because of the diagonal rule.
Right. So the space between you and Fabio, is actually 7.5 feet. If you go the full 10 feet, it puts him within the circle.
All right, fine. I'll just target him. Whatever. I mean, I don't agree, but okay.
He absorbed it anyway, so it didn't even hurt him.
Okay.
How do you
it absorbed the temporary, but I didn't get to roll the bardic inspiration.
Did you kill anyone?
So,
So you took...
do I save if my thing goes up +4?
I gotta find you... what was the save, DC? 13? If it goes up by 4, no. You would have still failed.
You still fail.
All right.
So,
I lose the
It's
bardic
worth a try,
inspiration.
though.
yeah, it was a good try. Okay.
Okay, and then hold on. They get prone. Those who failed.
Okay.
I don't know what this last dice is.
It might be one of those double codings from Rob.
Oh, okay. Whatever. And then bonus action, bardic inspiration for drummer.
Thanks. After my my showing to start with.
And remove the inspiration from me, please.
Okay.
All right, Fabio. You are up. You feel like a wave of magic hit you, but it kind of just... You wave it off like nothing. All of them... Wait, I believe... 1, 2, 3... One of them is... Only one of them is standing up. The rest of them are on the ground.
Which ones are prone?
It looks like she made you prone. Was Fabio struck prone?
Yeah, because he failed.
'cause he
Anybody who failed got prone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So yeah, you have to stand up, Fabio. I thought you were able to shake it off with the temporary.
All right. I don't see the red brands on the combat tracker.
You don't? They're on the
we
map.
don't.
Right. I use the map because targeting them on the tracker is part of what's causing the problem.
So 4 and 1 are the ones that are prone. Also 1 is no longer charmed because he got hit by his friend.
Right.
But we can't take that off of him
I'll take it off.
because he's not on the combat track. Yeah.
Okay, so I will stand up from prone. I'll move over to there. I will take out the Lion Tamer whip. And I'm going to crack it at number 1.
Okay.
So he's nice and prone.
Mm-hmm. That is a crit. So you crack the whip at him while he's on the ground, and he's down on the ground. He's like, what's going on? Why did you hit me? And you crack the whip at him, and you watch as it snaps and just opens his neck.
That's what you get for disrespecting her last night.
What?
What?
Obviously not me.
Well, I mean, I was trying to, play into the whole, we met them last night because I was charming them, and then he was wondering why he got stabbed by her. Because he said something unsophisticated to her.
So the two of you have stopped in the middle of combat to explain his whole ruse, and the rest of them are just looking at you like, oh, Flynn! We need help out here!
Oh no.
Then I am going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Guitarist.
All right. Go ahead and end your turn. Oh my god. Every time we do something that, I don't know if you guys could see it, pops into
Nope.
the thing, and it blocks my combat tracker too. So it just makes it worse. All right, number 3. He is just looking down at his friend. He's like, "You kill Flynn! Help! Help! Murderers!" He will take an attack at Kataris, though. Oh, wait, he has to get up, doesn't he? No, he's standing. He was one of the few that didn't get knocked down. And evidently his fear has got him shook because he cannot hit her now. Yeah, he's just swinging wildly. Help us! Help us! Vin, about this time, is realized what's going on, and he will come charging forward to right here. And he is going to bite number 3, who is yelling and screaming. And drag him down to the ground like his friends. Stop it. So Vin came up, chomped him, grabbed onto his swinging arm, and just shook and pulled him to the ground, like dogs are known to do. Toady, he's looking at you, and he actually gives you like the stink eye and walks away from you. So over here.
Like I'm giving him bad luck?
Yes.
Seriously?
And which is the other one that's still standing? Number 2, right?
Yeah, he's the only one left standing at this point.
So he's gonna he's gonna shoot at number 2 in the back over there. At least this one kind of like it just whiffs by him, but it does go, and he smiles over you like.
See, walking away helped.
Number 1 is dead. And so he is going to basically he's holding his throat. Blood is just pouring out and just collapses to the ground, bleeding to death. Shit, is that pineapple? Okay, I don't get it. Drummer, it is your turn.
I give a nasty look back at Toady, and then I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at Ruffian number 2. And what he hears is just the sounds of his friends saying that they're not going to come help us. Nobody's going to help us. Like, just despair. So I'll force the save.
He failed.
Dope. Now that's psychic damage.
That was. Jeez. Who was that? Number 2?
Number 2. The only one standing.
Now he has to run away on his turn, right?
Yeah, he has to take his action, his immediate. I think he has to. If he has a
reaction, he can run away, but he doesn't have one.
He has to. Okay.
But he is going to take his action to run full speed away from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to go. Yeah, he has to run away from me as well. And then I'll just use put a bardic inspiration on Fabio.
Okay. All right. So Red Brand Ruffian number 4. He is over there by Fabio. He has watched one of his friends die, and he's in shock. His other friend just got mauled by a dog, and he's thinking, yeah, we need help. And they are actually, remember, they were sitting outside on the fence. You guys are in the road in front of the sleeping giant. They are yelling towards the door. He's like, you need to get out here. And he will take a swing at you, Fabio.
He's still prone.
Well, then he automatically missed one attack. Probably should.
Oh crap! Just swing.
Yeah, he's not getting up. He's just swinging. And that one's a miss as well. And he is actually just going to well, at this point he'll stand up. But he's like swinging at you, trying to like keep you back as he stands up so you don't hit him. And he seems to be more focused on the fact that he's yelling at the door behind him.
Number 4?
Yeah, that's number 4. I'm about to take off the prone on him. It's just I gotta dodge the freaking error window. Stop it. Okay. Number 2 is going to take flight. So he is going to run not towards the tavern. He is going to turn and hightail it further down the road to the east. So he's just going to go straight this way. Actually, do this. At 60. So full stride. He books it running. Ah! They're killing us! Rhodey's like looks over and he says, yeah. And he shoots at him. Oh, he hit him.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh.
So as he's running away, yelling and screaming, yeah, Rhodey. Rhodey looks over at you, goes, and you watch as the arrow like goes up, comes down, and hits him right between the shoulder blades and face plants him into the ground.
And that's why they are the heroes of the revolution.
Yeah, if you hazard to look behind you, you realize your audience is nowhere to be seen.
There's got to be someone watching. Someone always watches.
Guitarist, it is actually your turn.
We know how you like stabbing prone people.
That's so bad.
Bardic inspiration.
No, you do have Bardic Inspiration. You missed. Would you like to use it? 14, I think, would hit. What's their AC? I forgot.
I think you're muted.
Me?
Oh, sorry. No, it was me. Yes, Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
So does a 14 hit?
I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, 14 does hit.
All right. And then bonus action, offhand attack with a dagger.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Stab. Stab. Stab.
Because, one stab is never enough.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, haha, you missed me with the big. Oh.
Ow.
The first one was a distraction.
Okay. Fabio.
I am going to put one hand on guitarist and be like, well done. Well done. And cast Healing Word.
Nice.
Nice heal.
And then for my
Next trick.
bonus action, for my action, I'm going to turn to Red Brand Ruffian. And I am going to Do a little vicious mockery.
Which
They
one?
told us you were the Red
Only one
Ruffian
percent.
number 4, the only one left alive.
Okay, there he
so
goes.
far.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
humiliate the dead body. Ha! You dead. No.
We were told you were the best band in town, but from what I see, you're just kids playing at too big a table.
Huh?
I look at Rhodey and
As
go,
you
I would have been.
clock him. Oh no,
Of the
he
vicious mockery.
he's succeeded. Sorry.
I look at Rhodey and go, I would have gone with a bunch of deadbeats, but that's
Fair
just me.
enough. That's the end of that turn.
He still is like, what are you talking about? All right. So 3 is down and unconscious. Vin actually goes. Vin is shaking number 3. Number 3, he basically shook him to death. So,
Vin thinks he got that kill.
yeah, Vin, he's a dog. You don't know any better. But he's still shaking him. Like, he's just dragging him away. Like, this is my new squishy toy. About this time, you hear from the doorway, someone comes running out. So, they would be right here. So coming out of the doorway of the inn, the sleeping giant, you see this gentleman. And he's like, what the? And he looks over his shoulder, is like, you better hurry up. And he runs over to Fabio. Oh, that's a hit. And he has one more attack. That is also a hit. Fabio, what are you doing? Soaking up all this damage.
Fabio.
That's right. Next one comes out the doorway in the same position. He runs out. He doesn't seem as like confident as his buddy. And he kind of runs out, gets there right there, sees 3 down people, and runs back inside.
And one all the way in the distance with an arrow in his back.
So he heads back into the doorway. So he is not standing there. I just want to mark the doorway.
Okay.
Toady, he's kind of impressed with his buddy. He does see the one that came over to hit Fabio, so he's going to shoot at that one. Damn, that's a hit. One is down. Drummer, it is your turn. You did see the 2 come out.
Okay.
Except 7 turned around and ran back in.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to shoot a bow at number 6 who just ran out, since he's now put himself in between the previous person I was going to shoot at. So let's try our luck with this guy. It's a no.
That's a
I have a
no.
bardic inspiration. That's still a no.
Still a no.
Oh boy. The arrow was working for me great the other day. It is no longer. I am going to bardically inspire guitarist.
All right, and yours is gone, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna move there, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay. So number 4, He is the one that was just swinging crazily, getting pounded on and backing away. And then you said, and he's just looking at you like, what the hell are you saying? But seeing his friend come out, he is reinvigorated, and he attacks you, Fabio. Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, you said uh-oh.
Well, he hit you. And second attack, that one misses terribly. 2 is down. Oh my god. 2 is down. You know what? 5 is... Where's 5? 5 is down too, isn't he? No. Oh, 5 hasn't even come out the door yet. So this one comes out. He's looking back over his shoulder like, what are you doing? And he comes out, sees you, drummer, and runs over to you.
Perfect.
First one misses. Second attack. That one will hit.
That's rude.
At this point, Rhodey goes. He is going to shoot the one that just came out. You see an arrow just appear in this gentleman's chest. Guitarist, it's your turn.
Oh man. Okay. She's gonna reach out and tell Fabio not to give up, and she will cast Cure Wounds,
Exactly.
the weakest Cure Wounds ever. And she will also Bardically Inspire. This is her last one for drummer.
Oh boy.
How many of these things do you go get a day?
3
Like 3?
3.
Yeah.
Oh,
If we have +3, it's equal to our charisma modifier
Charisma.
bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you have high charisma. All right, Fabio, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, I feel so rejuvenated. Thank you. And with that, I will look at the guy that just hit me there. 6.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you learn to fight so poorly? 7 of you against a lowly troop of musicians? For shame. Vicious mockery.
That's a failure.
Nice.
Then I will reach or look back at guitarist and be like, we can totally do this gig. Best battle of the bands we've ever had. We're so winning. And spend another healing word.
Okay.
Max healing word again. All right.
I was winning. What happened?
We used our words.
All right. 3 is down. Vin is still shaking on 3. You know how like an animal plays with like like a cat plays with a dead animal, how it kind of like shakes it a little bit to see if it's moving. He's doing that.
Sounds about
The
right.
best of boys.
Number 6 is the one that came out. Now that's the one that has been vicious mocked. He's like, "Hey, that's mean," and he will swing at you.
I just like the thumbs down.
Right? He automatically misses you, rolling a 1. He will get a second attack, which will also. Oh no, that one hits. I thought he missed.
I just hate that it only does the next attack. So if they have 2 attacks, it's like
Yeah. But he does hit you with the next one. And he's like, yeah, you don't have to be so like nasty, mister. We just wanted to rob you. Toady is going to fire at the one that just hit you. So an arrow like whips like right by you, drummer. Just whoosh. You think he was shooting at you.
I just point at him.
He get out of the way. Drummer, it is actually your turn.
Cool. Why did it target them?
I don't know.
I'll just force the save on each of them separately. But yeah, I just take a breath in, bring my hands back, and just slap my hands together and cast Thunderclap,
Oh, nice.
which is a 5-foot radius, and they each have to do con saves, so I'll just make them do it separately.
So the first one succeeded. So that was 5. The other one failed. So do damage on. Roll the damage. I got to apply half to 5 and full to 6, right?
Oh, no, it's either damage or none for Thunderclap.
Oh, so just roll the damage on 6.
Okay.
Now, if he's damaged, does he get knocked down or deafened or something?
Nope. It's just everyone in town heard it because it's 100 like yards.
Yeah, you see a couple of people like peek out from behind walls and then duck back.
And then that will be my turn.
All right. So this one is going to say something about get black staff. Glass staff. I said black staff. I don't know why. He said he looks at the other one, like back towards the door. He's like, get glass staff. And he will continue to attack the 2 of you. Fabio, he's going to put 1 on you. And misses. And since he didn't hit you, he's going to put another 1 on you. And still misses. I thought I took the disadvantage off him. What the hell?
You did.
I know. I'm just
Steely gaze as I look deep into their eyes.
Right? He's intimidating.
Just like...
He can't look at you, so he's attacking like this.
It's too beautiful to strike. I must cover my eyes.
All right. This one is 5. Yeah, 5 is alive. That's the one that you missed. So he's gonna attack you, Trimmer.
Yay.
So 13 hits. And then second attack. That one completely whiffs. All right. Rhodey. He is going to look over at you. He's kind of says something like sharp to Toady and then fires at the one number 5.
How could you miss him? Shoots me in the back.
He misses too, and this one like gets close to you, but on the other side, and he's like,
There may be a conspiracy afoot.
kill the halfer. All right, guitarist, it is your turn.
They knew I was a competition for using the dog as a mount, so they're like, get rid of him.
I am going to start taking off the dead bodies. Only because it's less errors that way.
Ooh, those are good cure wounds.
Oh. He has like 17 hit points. Why are you healing him? Anyway, Fabio, it's your turn. Stop healing him.
No, he had like a whole bunch of wounds. He still wounded 7.
He was quite wounded.
I mean, I brought her back from almost being dead too.
Don't listen to me. I'm just never
They're
mind.
picking each other up over there.
Oh, they're just being
They're
so
keeping each other going.
inspiring.
They're keeping each other going. I have 2 goblins that are near shooting me every time.
So I'm going to rear the whip back
Uh-oh.
and just crack crack it towards number 6, just like
Number 6.
and
Oh,
be
the one
like,
right next to you.
Back, you hounds, back!
Okay. So roll that attack. That is a hit. He's still alive though.
Yes. And
So
then
but he is like, what the? Because I don't know if any of you ever been hit by a whip. That shit hurts.
then I will bardically inspire Rhodey.
Wow. Oh, you all have it already.
Rhodey, you got this. I believe in you. You too, Toady. You're next.
Well, do you want to do Toady first?
Oh, I need to
Toady
take
first in the combat tracker.
Yeah, Toady would be next.
Okay, then.
I'm sorry, guys, but I do need to take like a short break.
Okay, dokie. What do you need? 5-10 minutes? She did it again.
10. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll take a 10-minute break.
And just like swap over to commercial. Like doo-loo-loo-loo-loo. And after the message from our sponsor, the Lion Shield Coister, we will return to the harrowing adventures of the Fallen Tower Troop. Will they, after being beset upon by these Red Brand bandits, be able to survive the wave upon wave of onslaught from their swords? Or will they finally perish in the grand display that is their greatest carnage elegy on the battlefield? Stay tuned! Do not change that channel, for you never know what may happen in The Lost Mines of Phandelver, the musical.
Who needs this, like, an intermission page with you around? And thank you, Joe. I'm just gonna keep talking. Oh my goodness.
I have an idea if we end up that dude shows up. Hopefully we kill everyone before this dude shows up, but
I'm also gonna quickly be back.
Okay.
I'm in a tank.
You're not in a tank. Don't you dare load that game up either. I gotta work tomorrow. I can't play.
Get out of the tank.
Get out of the tank.
No.
Yeah. So
I got a new tank, by the way.
Me and Drummer or Rhino started playing War Thunder. So he sent me one of those TikToks today about a guy getting yelled at about getting out of a tank, and I thought it was the funniest thing. So he's been doing that to me all day long. Get out of the tank.
Because I keep playing the tanks. Get out of the tank. No, I'm in the tank.
You're not my dad.
So I did get the new tank today, and I realized why they were so awful when we were playing that one mission. It was the what were they, M3s? Is that what they were? It's like the second one from the left and the second tier. It has 2 cannons on it.
Oh, right before the killer? Right before the
when we were-
tank killer. You're talking about the one to the left of it.
No, the one more over, not the tank. So if you're looking, it goes, it's between the first, dear God, what is it? Now I want to know what it's called. I'm not gonna play the game, but I'm gonna tell you what it's called. Hold on.
Okay. Get out of the tank.
I'm getting in the tank. No, because it's gonna bother me if I don't remember it right. If I don't get the name of it right now, because we were playing when we did the one where we had to defend that little zone. We went against these, and they were just absolutely destroying us. And I didn't realize that they had 2 cannons on them until, because you can't really look at other enemy tanks real close.
Wasn't that the half track though?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's the background music. It was. Oh, come on, game! Don't do this to me. Thank you.
So have you two been living up the Stug life in War Thunder?
No, we just started like 2 days ago. He started.
Wait till you unlock some of the Stuggies, and your whole mission is to just drive right into someone at point blank.
So I do that.
The
with
M3.
the M3.
It's the M3E, M3 Lee that I got. It has. I didn't, because we fought them in that one, like when we were defending, and they have a 37 millimeter gun and a 75 millimeter gun. It's just the 37 millimeter rotates and the 75 is stuck on the front. It has very little rotation. So I mapped the secondary to another shot. So I was shooting at people. I could shoot them once, shoot them the second time, shoot them again, shoot them another time. Like, as long as the loading was offset, it's dumb. But
yeah, I haven't got one of those. But yeah, Rhino started playing like 2 days ago, and I like the plane part more. He likes the tank part more. So like getting him to play the planes is like, come on, let's go do the planes. No,
come on, get out of the tank.
One more time. One more. And literally, like, I think I said goodbye to him yesterday at maybe 11 o'clock. I was like, all right, I gotta get to bed. I got, stream tomorrow. I got work. I got doctor's visit, all that stuff. And he's like, all right. At like 1:30, I'm still sitting there playing in a tank. I was like, yo, I gotta go.
He kept readying up. That's not on me.
Yeah, it's automatic. It's all right. Oh,
it's easier to shoot things with the tanks.
I don't know. I like the planes better. The tanks are fun though. That one mission where we did the waves, that was hilarious. So
yeah, because there's snipers with those tanks. The AI is, so you have to charge all of them.
Oh, I can use one of the things I did. Let's see if it works. Fury did speak. I want to see how it looks.
How what looks?
So I set up some commands. All right. Oh yeah, it did it. Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So remember, everything is so empty on here. It's free, Tech. Like, if you want to come play, man, it's free. But in the beginning, I could see it becoming very addicting really quick. If you're playing with cool people, like, you can get lost in how many times you play. Like, look over the clock and be like, oh my god, I've been playing for 6 hours. But I could also see the grind wearing on me really quickly, because you got to grind out like every next vehicle, and they try to keep it.
So far, the hardest grind, I think, is the planes, because they're just absolutely awful tier 1 planes.
Yeah.
And most of the missions are, you can take stuff at like other airplanes, but I mean, if anyone has a better airplane, you're instantly outgunned. But it's like, take out ground units. I don't even have a bomb yet. Like, I'm trying to take out ground units with machine gun fire from an old biplane.
Yeah, we were
not
flying
working.
biplanes and getting shot down by like zeros. It's like, what the hell? But it's fun, especially like I said, if you play with people. This fool's always in the tank, so we'll set it up. Well, maybe we'll play on one of the streams one night. That'd be hilarious.
Get out of the tank. No.
I'm not getting. I gotta share that now with everybody, so because I keep saying, I just laugh so much. I was in a work meeting, and I was with a vendor who was trying to sell me some like servers. So I'm sitting there, and I had him on mute for a minute, just listening to his spiel. This one sends me the TikTok. I look over and I watched it, and I just started dying. And the guy who's presenting to me, he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What? Oh yeah, I'm fine." It's like, damn it. Not opening anything you send me until after work from now on.
I would 100% suggest that because I don't necessarily filter for work time messaging.
Well, I mean, I'm working from home this week and next week, so I thought, all right, I'm safe. I forgot this guy could see me on the camera.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, he didn't hear me laughing. He saw me laughing because I had the mic muted. And so I was like, real quick, what? Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, friend sent me a message. It was funny.
I mean, when we played the first round or whatever that we played on the planes, I took out another plane. I didn't get credit for the kill. I just landed on the back of it and forced it into the ground, so he died.
Whoa, wait. You used your plane to force someone to crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's not good.
He was flying really low. He was able to slow down faster than I could. So my last resort was to go down, and I pushed him and myself into the ground.
That's great.
It was either just going to be me or both of us.
4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago. Like, it was just coming out, and there were only tanks, and you could jump into a plane every now and then. And the only point of the whole plane was go around, figure out where the big tanks are that are really hard to kill and hiding, and then hop in a plane and just straight nosedive them. No other tactic than that.
There's some people who are really good with the bombers, but yeah, there's people that use the planes, and some are really good with the bombers, but there's other ones. You're just driving in the tank, cruising your whole team, and all of a sudden, do, as planes just start hitting the deck because everyone who took a plane on the other team can't fly, aim, or shoot. So they're like, I'm dropping a plane on them. So you have to be really precise because, like, if you hit next to the tank, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you have to crash into them. Yeah, my favorite part was in the wave when I had that little fast tank and I was out there in the middle of everything.
Yeah, we were doing one where it was defend this zone, and the AI, it was PVE, so the AI is coming in, and we're over here, and he's like, no one's over here, I'm gonna go for this group. And then another group spawns in, like almost in the separated V formation, and he's like going right up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
In this tiny tank.
Managed to survive it though. I drove into there was a crater, and I hit the crater and they disabled me, so I ended up stopping in the crater. And I guess the AIs couldn't hit me, so they were shooting like right over me. So I was just watching missiles zing back and forth over me. But my guns still work, so I was able to take a couple of them out. But it was hilarious.
It's also fun that you can drift the tanks.
Yeah, you can't do that in you can only do that in arcade. You could do it in realistic?
Yes and no.
Yeah, because
the right terrain.
And the right terrain, and if I can, it depends on the tank because it has to be able to get up to a certain speed, and you have to hard turn it.
See, they were saying that basically, like, you can just whip them around in arcade, but you can't do it in realistic.
Only one I was really able to do it in was the M22, which is the little tiny one. I was going full speed. I might have been on a slight decline too, and I just turned. I couldn't aim immediately and fire because you have to wait till the tank comes to a rest because the cannon's doing this, and
Oh,
you're not going to hit a thing until the whole tank comes to a settles down, unless you're extremely lucky.
so it has a sway.
Come on, you
Okay.
can't 360 no
Mhm.
scope with a tank that's bouncing.
I did. I kind of got one out of pure luck because I was on a hill and I managed to turn and like I was sliding down the hill and took a pop shot at one and got one that was right next to me, and that was about as lucky as it got.
That's all right,
Are
Fizz
you
Kid.
saying you don't use aimbots?
No.
Me, no.
I don't think
Have
you.
you heard me playing? Absolutely not, because I was screaming.
In fact, I don't think you can in War Thunder. They have all the cheat protections. So I don't think you can use aimbots.
I did on one match. I was just happened because obviously in the realistic it doesn't show you where everyone is.
Right.
And I was in the largest tank I think I have, which is I don't remember, but I was perfectly within the diameters of this like bunch of cardboard boxes. I was perfectly behind it. Didn't realize that I was behind it because I was looking a different direction. And then from third person, I saw a small, like, light armored vehicle coming. And he stopped and turned to shoot teammates. And I just drove through the cardboard boxes and just blasted them.
I started blasting. All right, she's back. Hi, welcome back.
Talking about tanks.
And I believe it was Fabio's turn.
Yes, he inspired Toady.
Yeah, it was the end of my turn.
Okay, so end your turn, and it's actually Vin's turn. So Vin, he hasn't been given any direction. There's people yelling, and he has this guy to chew on, so he's just going to work on cleaning his teeth. Sir Redbrand here, he has said that, he basically yelled back and said, get Glassstaff, and he is actually going to try and disengage. So he is going to back up to here, go to there, and then run in the door.
Disengage action?
Yeah, that's why he's not attacking.
No, like he can actually disengage, or am I getting an attack of opportunity?
No, he can disengage. Everybody can disengage. There's certain things that everyone gets to do. Disengage is one of them.
As an action, you can disengage.
Right. Or he could take a dodge action too, but he's not doing that. He's disengaging. So he's going to run into the thing and kind of disappear in the doorway.
But I don't get an attack of opportunity?
No, because he's disengaging.
I thought only thieves could do that.
No, they can do it as a bonus action.
If you forego your action, anyone can disengage. It's if you use it as an action.
Oh, the more I know now.
Yes. So
I didn't know that.
Yes, any player, any PC, any NPC can take a disengage action. They could also, any one of them can take a dodge action, so don't be surprised when I do that to you. They can drop prone if you're shooting at them. So anybody can do these actions. They just don't get like a thief that can move 100 feet and then disengage. Silly thieves. All right. So he ran inside and he will disappear into the doorway, screaming and yelling.
I just realized when I rolled that one earlier, I could have re-rolled that.
Yes, you could have. You have luck.
I forgot.
And I'm not going to remind you either.
No, that's fair.
So Toady is going to take a shot at ruffian number 4, who seems very, very saddened by the fact that the people who just came out to help him ran away.
I have that effect on people.
Fabio, if I roll a 1, he will shoot you in the back of the leg. I rolled a 3, so he does not shoot you in the back of the leg, but he definitely like shoots between your legs. And you're like, what the? Drummer, it is your turn. There's 2 left, and 2 have gone back inside the hovel of a tap room.
I will, for the sake of range, I'm just going to drop the bow on the ground. I will remember that it's there.
Okay.
Remember that it's there. We're in town, so it's not like we're in the middle of a dungeon, so that's why I feel a little bit better about dropping it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to attack 5 with my rapier.
Okay.
You.
Oh my! I saw that. It was on the 16, and then it just went. So that is a miss.
Wow.
Don't forget, you guys have inspiration too. Like I give
I
inspiration.
would think I would have to roll a 5 or a 6 to make the hit, but I can try it. Why not?
No, not your bardic. Not bardic inspiration. Don't waste that. I would say your regular. You have inspiration. You guys
we have actually inspiration.
Right, and I try to give that out. Often. So you guys, if you don't use it like at least once in a session, you're wasting them.
Yeah, I forgot that I even had that. Then I'm going to sigh really loudly, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. So this guy here, seeing his buddies run off, he is also going to try and disengage, but he is spiteful, so he's actually going to swing at both of you and then run away. So he's going to swing one at guitars first, which misses terribly, and then once at Fabio. That one actually hits Fabio for all of 1 point of damage. And then he is going to run away. Now, this one, since he used his attack, you can hit him before he gets away. Both of you have an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So he'll leave your area first, Guitar, so you go first. That is a hit. The dice are being dramatic today. I think you guys are like having like rubbing off on them. This is like the slow roll to the 15.
I know. I saw that. I was like, is it going to move?
All right, and that's also a hit. So I don't think his ploy worked because, well, let's see what kind of damage you do. Nope. So you both hit him. One of you slash at his back. One of you like clocks him, but he just tucks in and keeps running as you open wounds on him. So he will make it inside. All right. Number 5, seeing all his friends leave, is like, oh, come on. And he just kind of like throws his sword down and puts his hands up.
All right.
Rhodey goes. And as the guy puts his hands up, an arrow just like between his hands, like hey, I'm surrendering. He gets down on the ground like. This gentleman is a little bit more portly, so he doesn't feel like he could have ran away. Guitars, it's your turn.
So the guy that ran inside, I can't follow him, or?
Yeah, you can. There's a door there. I'm just, again, no map, so you can chase after him, and then you'll be in the room with them.
She looks over at Fabio, like, should I pursue? Fabio?
I mean, let's have a little chat with number 5.
Okay, so she'll move to right there and then hold and ready action to attack if somebody else comes out.
Okay.
Wait, oh, then she'll move right here.
Okay. So you can hear movement inside, but you can't see anything. Everything's dark.
Okay.
Fabio?
I'll start walking up to my new best friend.
You haven't charmed him.
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, you must be the brains of the operation. Bravo. Well done. Way to see that, maybe our side, a little nicer, little, more stable, longevity. And after all, we've been looking for a bass guitarist for a while. And I think you might fit that position. What do you think?
Don't listen to him, Charlie!
Would you like to join the band? Or, and I just do a sweeping gesture behind me to
The
field
4
of
dead people?
corpses. Would you like to join your friends?
The funny thing is, you point over to like Vin, who's like chewing on the neck of one of them, and his head's just like lolling around. He can't respond to you because you're still in combat. So your 6 seconds are up. Unless you're going to do something else, I have to move on.
No, I'm trying to, convince him that he's better with us than his previous friends.
Right. So hold that, because I'm gonna have you roll intimidation on his turn. So go ahead and end your turn. Oh, Jesus Christ, this era. Vin is going to continue to eat. These guys are basically just readying some actions. Toady, you hear a bow hit the ground, and you hear him flopping over with a scimitar in hand. And he's yelling, "Ah!" And as he gets right in front of you, Drum, he's like this, right? And he swings at him.
All right.
This is why I can't have nice friends.
Well, I mean, they're goblins.
He missed. He's like, ah. Drummer, it's your turn.
Yeah, I know the feeling. This one gave up. This one surrendered, though. He hasn't made his decision yet, so you might get another chance. But I'm gonna pick up my bow. And I'm going to move over here. Get a different angle on the door.
Okay.
And just switch back to my bow. Pretty much, that's it.
Hey, you freaking kid! You hear that from inside.
They're so tough. They're hiding inside.
So, Red Brand Ruffian number 5, also known as Charlie, is basically got his hands up. The goblin just swung at him, and he kind of dodged the hit, but he didn't move. And he's like, "Hey, I surrender!" He's telling the goblin, yelling at the goblin. He's just, You can't hit me. That's it. I'm done. I give up. See? Hands up. I'm too big and slow to be running around. Take me in. Ooh. And he does this to his hand. And then he puts his hands out like this to you.
Intimidation now?
You better not say anything, Charlie. Yeah, you can roll intimidation. So that's his initial reaction is like, yeah, all right, what's going to happen? And then you're like, or you could be like your friends. That's a 5, dude.
Yeah, but I'm adding it to my intimidation.
Oh, you did the bardic. Okay, gotcha. So you're not even waiting to see what you rolled. You just want it all. Got it.
Going for broke.
All right. Ooh. So he's like, yeah, all right, whatever you're going to do. And you're like, or you could be like your friends. And then he immediately turns into like, what do you want to know? I'll tell you everything. And it's like, Charlie, no! He's like, shut up, man. They got us dead to rights, and I want to live. I need to have children.
You'd be surprised as a bass guitarist how many children you can have. Now,
wait, bass guitar?
How many friends are inside?
3. Charlie!
Is there a back exit?
No. Charles!
Guitarist, you a fire?
A dagger comes flying out.
Hold on. Wait. I did buy some oil. No, I just have a torch. I can throw a torch in there. That's it. We don't have any more flask of oil.
So a dagger comes flying out as you guys are talking, and it hits Charlie like in the thigh. He's like, there's only 3 of them in there. There's no way out. You can have him. And he kind of takes a step back out of the way and moves over here.
All right.
And I look back to Rhodey and Toady. He's one of us now, just like you.
Rhodey and Toady kind of look up at him like,
you have to teach him the ropes, though. He's new.
oh, ropes. Got it. Put your hands together.
That works for me, too.
Rhodey proceeds to walk over and try to tie up Ruffian. We got the ropes, boss. No problem. And they like are tying his hands together with whatever like
Fabio
belt.
sees it as new guy hazing and doesn't even think about it.
Guitarist, it is actually your turn now.
All right. So there's only 3. She feels somewhat emboldened by this, and she will go inside.
All right. As soon as you go inside, there is one on either side of the door. They kind of like step forward out of the shadows. They were holding their actions, and they will take a swing at you. They can only each attack once because it's a held action or a readied action. So let me get each one of them, and let me show you what you see in the room. As soon as you step in, your eyes adjust. You're in basically a dark tap room. You could tell like all the candles were like blown out to keep it dark, but you can see the creaks of light coming into this like. It basically looks like an adult clubhouse.
Okay.
Let me just make them more visible again. All right. So number 4, we'll swing at you. Oh, stop it. I'm just going to do both attacks from him, but it's each one of them.
Okay.
So he actually catches you by surprise, stepping out of the shadows, and he does hit you.
Okay.
And then the other one comes from the other side, and he says something nasty under his breath, and he actually will crit you.
Oh, fuck.
That's rude.
You
Then
guys,
I'm dead.
you're not dead though.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Well, you're down. So you guys watch as guitarist like goes in and her eyes adjust, and all of a sudden like flashes of like steel as she drops. It's like, that's what's waiting for you if you come in here.
Well, in that case,
Just to let you know, dissonant whispers, you don't need to see the person, you just need to make sure they can hear you.
That was in my
I'll walk
thought
up to the
process.
doorway. Well, there's only one of us down, and a whole lot of you out here. So, I'm going to target ruffian number 4 with the whip.
Okay. So you step into the doorway where you can see him and go for it.
I don't have Bardic Inspiration anymore.
Okay, let me take that off. Oh wait, nope, I didn't give that to you.
I'll get it. He just can't use it anymore. Oh, somebody got to it already, so.
Yep.
That is a miss.
I will use my inspiration then.
Inspiration, you have to say you're going to use it before you roll. It's not a re-roll. It is a grant of advantage.
Fair enough. And then I will be and when I crack the whip, it's like, behold the Lion of Thay. Vin, get them.
Okay. It is actually Vin's turn next. Vin kind of picks up his head, looks at you. Roll me that animal handling.
And I will use my inspiration for this one.
Okay. So take off your inspiration and roll with advantage. Vin bolts into the room. Like, he just drops what he's doing and right in the doorway. He is going to jump over you, Fury, but I'm not drawing his path clean. So he's going to there, and he's going to take out 7, which would have been the first one he would have saw. Not take him out, but I mean, he's going to attack that one.
He'd give it a good college try.
That is a hit. So number 7 is going to take some bite damage. Like a bullet, he ran into that room, locked onto him. Let's see if he fails his save. He does fail his save. So number 7 is on the ground, prone, as Vin pretty much tackles him. And you hear him inside. Wow, I almost shook my headphones right off my head. This one inside is like, no, stop it. And he's going to try and hit Vin.
Uh-oh.
He misses the first one. But he does connect with the second one. Doing all of 3 points of damage, which is absorbed because Vin still has temporary hit points.
Behold the Lion of Thay.
Number 7 is going to basically punch at Vin, trying to get him off of him, but he's going to attack from the ground. That's a miss. So Vin's just like holding him down, and every time he tries to get up, he just like jerks him again. So he doesn't get off any attacks. you hear no as Toady comes running forward.
Oh, because the dog ran in there?
So that would be double move. And then he will go there. And he is going to attack number 6 with his scimitar. Which is a hit. So Toady runs up this man's chest and just plunges his scimitar down into his neck. And then rides him to the ground. Drummer, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah. I am going to roughly number 4.
Yes,
I'm
you can
going
make
to
him out.
yeah, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to see him. He just has to hear you. In fact, though, 7 would hear you as well. Can it multiple people? It's only one.
It's just
So
one person.
it's only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. All these bard spells, he fails.
Cool. So he just starts hearing this one, just like the other one, hears his friends, but this one's like, "Why did you leave us to die?" And all of them like just blaming him for running away and leaving him to die. And 11 again.
Yeah, he like claps like on his ears. You hear him like, "No, no, no!" And he falls over, scared to death.
And that'll be my turn. I love Dissonant Whispers.
Number 4 is the one that just died, so he does nothing.
Yep.
Number 5 is out there with you, and he just looks over at you, and he kind of like picks up his hands, and you see like there's one rope hanging off here attached to nothing, and there's one rope over here attached to nothing. He's like, I'm just gonna stand here, okay?
I just like I feel like they probably would have done a good job, but of course Toady had to go protect the dog.
Right.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Yeah, Rhodey is yelling the same, basically doing the same thing. He just went a little bit slower. So he is going to run over, and he's going to end up on this side. And he is just going to hack at number 7. That's a hit. I think number 7 may be dead. No, he's still alive. That is a failure for guitarist. Fabio, it's your turn.
Wait, it's a saving throw, right?
Yes, she can do D6 if she wants, but it's right now, currently, it's a failure.
Yeah, let me go ahead and use it.
Okay. So that's a 10, so switch it. Tick off one failure and put 1 save instead, please.
No, it'd have to be 11 and up, because 10 and below is a fail, and 11 and up is a save.
You are correct. And my math was off. Thought you did roll 11. Never mind, sorry.
Okay. So just need to have the Bardic Inspiration off.
I don't know who gave it to you, so I will take it off.
Wasn't me.
I got it. It's just every time I click on one of your characters on the combat tracker, I gotta close this little box because then I can't click through it. All right, Fabio.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to just hopefully end this quickly before we lose someone.
Well, the 2 of them inside are down. Toady is hacking up number 6. Rhodey is trying to hack up number 7. And 4 looks like he just fainted.
You've seen people collapse like that before. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
And usually when you do your, like, solo, they're, ah!
Yeah. Well, actually, I see Vanguard has a good handle on Ruffian 7. So I will attend to Guitarist with my medkit. Be like, no! We can't lose you! We just got you that backup bassist. like we always said we were going to.
Okay. So
It is now stabilized.
all right, stable it is. Where the hell is the stable effect?
The
Yay.
next animal.
Okay. Vin is going to continue to bite this one that's on the ground. Just shaking him. And every time he shakes him, you can hear like bones breaking. He's already prone, so I'm not gonna roll it. He's just still on the ground. He's dead. This is the one that's on the ground. He's like, all right. And he starts sobbing. Please get him off. Get him off.
Down, boy, down.
Roll me the animal handling. All three of them look at you, too. So the two goblins and Vin are like, huh? Yeah, he shakes him a little bit more, but more like playfully, and like lets go and sits down and like licks his maw.
Gross.
I really hope the first guy he'd shoot up didn't have some type of a disease that he just gave this guy by chewing on him.
No. So yeah, he's basically just laying on the ground crying, like, I don't let him bite me again. It hurts. Toadie's like looking at him, he's like, yes, leave some for me. And he kind of walks around with his scimitar over his shoulder. He is looking at you as he's doing it, like, is he gonna let me?
No, don't.
He's holding it, he's like, oh, you're so lucky.
We need to interrogate him.
Drummer, it's actually your turn. You see number 5, he's just kind of like, he's playing with the ropes and like wrapping them around his own wrists, just like
I just wave him to like follow me as I walk over.
Okay. He'll trail in behind you.
I will use my action to use a potion of healing on guitarist.
Oh, okay. So guitarist, you come through, you see for some strange reason, like you're being bandaged across your chest and you're like open a little bit more than you were when you got into this fight. And then Fabio's over you being like, oh, we can't in his role, and then drummer kind of walks over and is like, here, drink this.
Just like, don't die on me. When you see the people at CPR like doing the chest compression.
But you come too, and he's still on you. Yeah.
Probably like, raise my hand and slap. He's like, can you quit touching me?
Oh my god, you're alive. Oh, I was so worried.
I do want to point out that last episode, someone was like, why did you take both healing potions? And I was like, well, I'm the only one without any healing spells.
As you're giving it to, it's like, this is why. All right. So technically, we are out of combat because you have one guy who's like basically just standing there, like, I'm not fucking with these people, and one guy who's bleeding and crying on the floor. Everybody else is dead. The goblins are poking the guy on the floor, so their goblin nature of picking on the weak, they're prodding him with their scimitars. They're just poking at him, and not like gently. They're hurting. They're poking into him, but they're not killing him.
Toady.
Yeah, boss.
The dead outside. Gather them together.
And make a fire! Yeah,
Get what you can from them. Grab equipment.
Oh. Okay, that's good too. And they run out.
And yeah, let's set up a little shop inside here. Going to properly bind Ruffian 7. I mean,
I'll properly bind number 5.
As you're tying him up, he's like, "Is this really necessary?"
Precautions, I guess.
He's like, "Look at me." And again, he's a big boy, and he doesn't look like he's running anywhere.
Okay. I'll just be like, okay, but the dog's gonna attack you if you try.
I ain't going nowhere. I have first to experience a woman. I thought this was my way of doing that. Obviously, it's not, and that's a rough way to
what?
go. What?
What?
I go. I just point and I go. Well, I guess you did get one experience, just not the one you were looking for.
Like, I thought I would be one of the cool kids, miss. Chicks dig that, you know. He said, "Wayward
silence.
youth, leave him alone."
Well, just just have a seat over there. Just
Okay. He sits down wherever you pointed at. I don't know where you pointed at.
just against the barn, so he's like
Oh,
sitting against it.
okay.
Just cross your legs.
He doesn't, like, he's that big. It looks like it's going to be uncomfortable, but he does it.
That's why you do it. It's harder to get up when you have to physically uncross your legs before having to move.
Rhodey and Toady, you can see them like going through pockets and stuff and dragging bodies into one big pile. But like they are pushing and shoving at each other every now and then. One of them picks up a bow and is like, "Look what I found!" It's your bow, drummer.
I picked up my bow.
Wait, did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you did. You did say it. Sorry. But they are picking up and like going through the battlefield.
He could have found his own bow because they both dropped their bows, and
That's true. It could have been one of their bows, so maybe they did. They are the brightest. All right. So everybody is alive. 5, and so Charlie and number 7, who I did not name yet. We'll call him Lamb.
That's next episode.
Yes, we are gonna end here, right before the questioning.
I just like how
we
this
have to
one we
remember our
really didn't have
questions
much
for
of
2
a
weeks.
Yes.
have much of a chance to talk our way out of it.
I tried. I tried so hard to talk my way.
Actually, that was one of those situations they were going to start a fight no matter what. Like,
I figured that's what was
so
going to
basically
happen.
you're stacking
Given the
against us.
warning that they're violent, I figured that there wasn't going to be talking. But
right, I did tell you that they are violent, they are a gang, and when you guys came over, they thought, "Oh, we're going to rob them and beat them up," and then you started to cast a spell, and they were like, "Oh, okay, now we're going to kill them."
And then it went poorly.
Yeah. Well, there's 6 of you. So, like, oh.
Is there not
alrighty.
7 of them?
There was 7 of them, yes.
We were outnumbered.
it just
Without the element of surprise.
Yeah, but you only fought 4 and then reinforcements showed up. Stop complaining, you won.
It comforts me knowing that 2 of them died in absolute fear and despair.
Yes, that was actually kind of cool. It was like, I'm dead.
One was running, one was scared because nobody was going to come help him, and the other one that didn't come help and ran heard the screams of why he abandoned and let everyone die.
Yes, good stuff.
Guess who gets to practice their College of Whispers entrance exam next week?
You got to start somewhere.
Oh yeah, I should probably give you guys experience, huh? I'll do it next week. Nobody's gonna level.
Oh.
You're not close to level.
So it won't be next week, it'll be in 2 weeks.
Yes, unfortunately, it will be in 2 weeks. I I gotta figure out how to change that on the thing because Twitch only lets you do a weekly schedule, not a monthly schedule. But I did found an extension that I think I'm gonna fool around with tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yes, I gotta be clear about that. But yes, in 2 weeks, hopefully, Diablo Bob will get these things fixed by the next one, or I'm gonna have to disable this extension, which is one of my favorite extensions. Joel, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Joel.
I feel weird using his real name though. I know everybody uses it except for me, so it was weird when I actually said it. It's when I talk to him in the chats, I usually am saying it in my head as I type out tactless, but sorry.
So are you gonna raid Spencer? Spencer 77 is playing right now.
Oh, he is? I've never done a raid before. How do I do
he's
it?
streaming. So I think you do like backslash or forward slash? I don't know. One of the
Forward
slashes
slash.
and then raid, forward slash and then raid, Spencer
forward
77.
slash. Yeah, it's / raid, then a space, and then whatever their Twitch name is, and it'll.
All right, hold on a second. Isn't there an easier way to do it using like the stuffs?
I mean, there's a raid button in Twitch, but you still have to select who you're going for. So it's. But
Yeah.
with the / raid, you can type that command in your chat, and it'll.
All right. So when you say the /, it's the one above the enter key, right? Or is it the other one?
No.
That's
So
backslash.
/ is right beside shift.
Okay.
And
The one with the question
period.
mark. Yeah. Okay. So / and then just raid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's his channel? Spell it for me slowly because I type slow.
There it is. It's there in the chat.
Oh, you're the best.
I am the best.
That's why she's the leader.
But yeah, he's also playing a homebrew game on Fantasy Ground, so I just thought you'd show him some love.
Oh, absolutely. I like Sven. Is it like a timer, or as soon as I hit it, does it happen? Like I don't have any. I really have no idea.
It usually has the countdown.
Seconds.
Oh, okay. So, Joel, thank you for coming. Anyone else who may have been lingering about, thank you. Guys, great session. I had a lot of fun, and I will talk to you all. Well, actually, I'll see some of you this Saturday because we're playing another game in Waterdeep Saturday. So, yay.
Have fun.
Well, if you could play on Saturday,
I'll
you would
doing,
be there.
Minecraft, or well, I'm playing doing witchcraft and wine on Saturday this week.
Oh.
So we're gonna be learning how to make an intentions box.
Oh yeah, I think I saw somebody who was talking about that. So, yeah, we play. So the weekend games, we're actually gonna play 2 weekends in a row and then alternate again. So we alternate that game too, but it's by whenever my daughter's here because she plays in that one with us. But we do need another player.
Maybe because I know my other Saturday game has switched to every other Saturday. So.
Oh, if we can work it out, we'll have to talk.
People call
So
your
yeah,
people.
this week it's going to be witchcraft and wine, and then next week is going to be back to Rise of the Slave Lord. So
I don't know if you would.
Next week is every other.
Well, I don't know if you would enjoy it though because we're playing in Waterdeep, and it's basically an open Waterdeep. They can go wherever, but they're focusing on the dungeon and the Mad Mage right now. And you just played that, so I don't know if you would enjoy it.
Did. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't enjoy it. It's going back in there. It's such a grindy game.
I know. Well, that's why they do a lot of stuff outside. So they've traveled through time. It's been great.
Make Havoc mad.
You do not make me mad.
You need to go. He's like, you need to get back in there.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, can't you just go explore the caves?
We're like, no, we're remodeling.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have the house or something?
They actually took over an inn. So they did play the group had played Waterdeep Dragon Heist beforehand. And
By the way, your timer is running down.
no, we're in the thing already. I see it in the chat.
I know.
We didn't do
Oh,
any.
wait, we're already there. Huh.
Yeah, we're already there.
Oh, hey.
I didn't know if you were going to do a closing thing or not for your stream.
No, I didn't do it. We were talking and I lost track of it. Then I saw somebody said my name. I was like, hey, okay.
That's funny.
But they played through Dragon Heist, but they played a different version of Dragon Heist. So what happened was, all of us got together because we were fans of this Twitch stream that was playing Dragon Heist. So what we did was they played Dragon Heist and we played back adventures of Dragon Heist. So things that happened behind the scenes. So they actually met the main group at one point and they did a bunch of stuff that like helped the story progress because I knew how the story went. And then they shifted in. So instead of getting Troll Skull Manor, they got the Ship's Prow, which is a bar in the seedier side of town. And they fought some gunslingers so that they can get the bar. So it was like it was an alternate story in the same city. It was kind of cool. And then they shifted.
They already had it.
Yeah. So then they shifted. So now they're doing Dungeon of the Mad Mage because the wizard wants to go collect stuff, and a couple other players have some ideas of what they want to do in there. And but they come out. So like they've time traveled. They've been to like Waterdeep before it was Waterdeep. They've met Hallister before Hallister was Hallister. They met him when he was under his real name before he was insane. So it was like some cool stuff that's going on. But they've been playing together for like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So the one girl, remember I told you the story of the girl that I killed her and she said she'll never play again?
Oh my god.
She's one of the people who are missing. And then another person, they can't play anymore, so they dropped out. So we've gone through like quite a few players over the 2 years, but the core group is still there. So it's Gimbal, my daughter, and Dell. Dell's character, though, he re-rolled because his last character died, so now he's playing a goblin. It's good shit, though.
What level are they?
They're only like fifth and sixth because of the rerolls. So Gimbal, I think, is seventh. He's the highest. But the average group party.
What level did Athlon leave off at? Is what if we just bring her back? She's great.
Athlon was like ninth.
Okay.
I mean,
like which version of Athlon?
Well, there's only one
only
version in
version of
Athlon.
Athlon?
I think because you guys finished Dragon Heist.
Are we
What
talking
was-
about the Athlon from Dragon Heist or the
Not
Athlon
Dragon Heist, from Storm King's Thunder.
Yeah, we were like
There was
level
another Athlon?
11 or 12.
Yeah, you guys were in double digits by then.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
there's only one. I said Dragon Heist, so he's like, wait, there's another version. No, I made a mistake.
I had
I vote bring her in. That's
127
fine.
hit points and 22 AC.
Oh, look, there's Rob.
It was intense.
Bring her in. I'm okay with it.
No, she's too high. It would throw off everything for at least for a while until it balanced out again.
In our favor. That's
Athlon
fine.
doing like 80 points of damage with a sneak attack? That wouldn't break anything.
No, it would. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna think about that for a little bit. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed all the little changes I made, but I was very happy with them. Athlon. So yeah, you got me calling Athlon. Fury, I talked about some of them while you were gone. We didn't get a follow, so in the middle of the map, real big, it comes up new follower with their name. And then I want to do some things on like the end streams. Also, because remember, Fury, you told me chat is like a thing now that everybody does. Our chat comes out right at the bottom of the map.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
I
it
didn't
was
see that.
yeah, because you don't notice it while we're playing, but if you watch the VOD, you could see when people are chatting because it comes out right at the bottom and then it slides across to the other side, so you see it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I got the rotating logo to work. So in the very far right, it changes from like Unity to my logo to the Dungeons & Dragons logo. So a bunch of little logos. I got the medias to go above your guys' head. I'm gonna start working on pro streams because they said that was fixed. And then I have the little cover, the album art. So anytime you guys make another album, I'm gonna change that one. It's gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna change the pictures. So I didn't get to do Goblin Fire yet, but I think I'm gonna put that one up there.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yes, but I had to do this one
work on that
first.
song. I've been storyboarding a couple things because I thought I was gonna have to debut it tonight, but no, rolled right into the Red Brands.
Yeah, no, that
Nice.
was. I didn't think you guys were gonna do the Red Bands that fast. I was like, what the hell? Okay, here we
They
go.
were in town. They were in town.
Yeah, so
Yeah. They were in town.
so I was like, oh, that worked out
Anyways.
well. But I will let you. Yes, it is late. I will let you guys go. Thank you again for a wonderful session. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was
good
good
night.
times, and the dog survived, so all is well in the universe.
Night Fury.
I was gonna say, yeah,
See
if
you
it wasn't
all.
for the bonus HP, that could have been different.
Right. But I think that went very well. I think it was clean. Let's see. Oh, I gotta do save on the thing, and I gotta get that stuff fixed.
I'm heading out. Talk with you all later.
All right,
All right,
Fizz.
talk to you later.
Talk to you later. All right.